ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you to today's session. So we have our target. So we are a lot lagging. Okay. There is some compromise. So I will be highlighting some points from the purport. Otherwise, concepts. So I'll be covering thoroughly. And yeah, so purport, the important points will be identifying and discussing that. So that we will do. So okay. In the yesterday's class, what we learned. So we started our, that means Krishna started teaching about the bhakti. So from the 7th chapter onwards. So he taught Jnana and Yoga, both processes to Arjuna in first 6 chapters. So but Krishna wants to teach bhakti, which is superior to all other sadhanas. So that's why he is so he's saying in the last sloka of the 6th chapter. So what he is saying, this bhakti sadhana is superior to the jnana and yoga. So yoginam api sarvesham madgatena antaratmana. So there he is clearly mentioning that. So Krishna is mentioning that bhakti is superior to all other processes. So then after that, so he is desiring to give the knowledge. So the knowledge, what kind of knowledge? The knowledge realized by the devotee who has attachment to the Lord. So the devotee whoever is having attachment to the Lord, so he is, before getting that attachment, he is knowing the Lord as Lord's opulences. So that's why that is Aishwarya Gnanam. And also, after that, attachment gradually by doing the pure devotional service, Ananya Bhakti. So he will be further developing the relationship with the Lord. So that relationship, by that relationship, then one is that the devotee is able to know who is Krishna in his relation. So that is the knowing the Krishna, that is the Vijnanam, we say. So that also Krishna wants to explain. So that means he is going to explain about the Gnanam and Vijnana. So that's why he said in the next sloka, hey Arjun, so I want to discuss with you this Gnanam and Vijnanam. So by knowing that, so you no need to know anything more. Everything you will be the knower of everything. So that he said. Then after that he said once again, Arjuna, so it's very rare to know about me. In fact, that means Tattvataha, means knowing me as it is. Very rare, because there are the millions of the species are there. Among them, human beings are very rare. Among those human beings, so we'll be seeing the few are trying for the attaining the perfection. So out of those thousands, only one will be knowing me exactly in right way. That means one who is doing bhakti, he will be knowing me exactly. So that's why, Arjun, this is Mam Veti, that means he will be knowing me. So this is very rare, actually, knowing me. It's not an easy thing. And he said that, then after that he is saying, so yeah, he already promised in the previous first sloka itself. I am going to explain you about the Gnanam and also Vijnanam. So in the first sloka, he said that the asakta, that the devotee who is having the attachment, asakti to the Lord, how he knows that I will explain, he said. So then that's why. So he started now to continue that promise. So he is saying that first of all, the Gnanam, that means Aishwaryam, opulences. So what he said, so Arjun, so whatever you are seeing, this material world, this is made up of out of 23 elements. So first he said only that these 23 elements, and also he is saying that, so this is nothing but my prakriti. That means this prakriti means this nature, which is made up of 23 elements. So this is nothing but it's mine only, So first of all, he is mentioning this. Me prakritir ashtada. This is my Shakti. So we have to read we have to cover the purport for this sloka. So that is the thing we have to do. Now, the purport I will be reading. So, the signs of the God.
Prabhu, just very quickly, are you able to increase your volume if possible? It's a little bit less than the other days.
Acha. Now it's okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know, because every day is the voice volume is okay. Today is only less. It's an unstable connection.
It's better now, Prabhu. It's better than before.
Even the first and second day?
No, same.
Same.
No, Prabhu, if possible, you increase the volume of your device.
Yeah.
The main device, the computer or the laptop, whatever you're using, that device volume has to be increased. The speaker volume or the mic volume has to be increased.
So if I speak like this, is it okay?
Okay, Prabhu, but it's not, after some time it becomes little feeble.
Acha. If I keep earphones, then it will be good, huh? Because keeping earphones in the ears is not so, I don't like actually. I don't like means.
नहीं प्रभु, आपका लैपटॉप का वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज करिए. आप एयरफोन पहनने की जरूरत नहीं है, हेडफोन्स पहनने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप लैपटॉप का वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज कराइए.
मेरा तो फुल है माता जी.
तो फिर इतने दिनों से अच्छा सुनाई दे रहा था, आज थोड़ा कम सुनाई दे रहा है.
अच्छा, क्या हो गया, अच्छा पता नहीं. नाउ इट इज ओके.
हाँ, अभी ठीक है प्रभु, अभी अच्छा है.
अभी तो अच्छा है, तो हमको एक ऑस्टेरिटी लेना पड़ेगा. I have to take one more, one austerity extra. keeping these earphones.
हरी हरी, ठीक है प्रभु, रहने दीजिए.
Okay. So, the science of God analyzes the constitutional position of God and his diverse energies. Material nature is called Prakriti, or the energy of the Lord, in his different Purusha incarnations, as described in the Satata Tantra, Vishnu's Trini Rupani. The formal creation, Lord's Krishna's plenary expansion assumes three Vishnus. So actually, in this first paragraph, what is explained, Lord, what he's saying in the fourth sloka, Krishna is saying that this Prakriti is mine. So then Krishna is directly handling this Prakriti. Krishna is directly controlling this Prakriti. If you ask this question, then we should understand that Krishna is not doing directly. So he is not controlling this Prakriti directly. So for that, he is having the agencies. That means some agents he kept. So who are those agents? So those are the three Purushas. So Karananam Sai Vishnu, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, and Kshirodak Sai Vishnu. So these three Purushas are so controlling this Prakriti. That means which is made up of 23 elements. Prakriti is initially is with the so Karanano Sai Vishnu, and when he glances, he is taking it out and he glances on that. So then what will happen? She will be get agitated and 23 elements are created, and those 23 elements are inactive at the initial time. So then after that, those will be, Lord is sending his Kriya Shakti, Bibra Shakti into that. And then those 23 elements are so becoming active, and they are forming as the small, they are forming as the universes. And all those universes, millions of universes are formed. And those are lying in the pores of the Lord. And those, so then Lord is entering into the each universe to sleep there, and in the form of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So then after entering into that, so he is so filling that each of that Brahmanda with the half of the water. And then this 23 elements, whatever the material is there, so that is connected to his novel through the stem. And then that will be so like the mother through, that means any baby is connected to through the, that means what is that, what is that cord actually, some
umbilical cord. Umbilical cord.
Umbilical cord. So through that, so to mother, he is that baby is connected the same way. So this that means there is a one Brahmanda inside these 23 elements. So some material will be there, some material, some total material, and that is connected to the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. And then so then what will happen, that is, so it will be stayed for the 1,000 years with him, and then slowly from that that sum total material, so one Purusha is coming, that is not a Virat Purusha is coming. So also Brahmaji comes, and also the subtle body of the Virat Purusha. So these three are coming, and then Brahmaji is, so in that Purusha, all the planets are residing from the his feet to the at the head. So the total 14 planets are residing in that Virat Purusha. And then Brahmaji is filling those, and Garbhodak Sai Vishnu entering in the form of the Kshirodak Sai Vishnu into each and every element. Okay, this is the just a phenomena I explained in a brief. So if you are not able to understand, so hear the lecture once again. So that is only the solution. So next, by this Purusha, so what he is doing, so he is controlling. Krishna is not directly controlling the Prakriti, but so through the Purusha. So first he is agitating the Prakriti by glancing, that is our controlling. Then after that, he is making the Brahmanda, and after that, he is just manifesting, that means the Virat Purusha. So that is also controlling. And then after that, each jivas, he is entering into the each living entity, entering into the each every particle, even into the heart of the every living entity. So like that, so he is controlling. So Jiva Shakti and Maya, that means Jivatma and Maya in 3 levels. So here, that's why Krishna is saying this 23 elements, this Prakriti is mine. Is mine means my mama Prakriti, me bhinna Prakriti. So that is said, that means Prabhupada is explaining Vishnu's Trini Rupani. This is from the Baldev Udyabhushan's commentary, actually. He is writing from that. So next paragraph, the material world is temporary manifestation of the one of the energies of the Lord. All the activities of the material world are directed by these 3 Vishnu expansions of the Lord. These Purushas are called incarnations. That means Purusha avatars. These 3 Purushas are known as Purusha Avataras. Okay. What, Tulasi, what you are speaking? Okay, these three Purushas are known as Purusha Avataras of the Lord, and the Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, these three are known as Guna Avataras. Okay. According to the Bhagavad Gita, these atheistic next these Purushas are called incarnation. Generally, one who doesn't know the science of the God assumes that this material world is for the enjoyment of the living entities, and the living entities are the Purushas. So there is a point here. So whoever is not knowing this fact, actually, if in the material world now, if you see in the modern scientific era, so scientist actually he is also trying to analyze this material world and try to find the try to cover the all the aspects of this nature through his that is known as darshan actually. So if you see the Socrates, and if you see after that Plato, and after that so Aristotle, and after that many philosophers came. So all these philosophers, they are trying to explain the tattvam, that means the basic root principle of the this nature, how it is. And also, even if you see the Eastern philosophies, so there are the many philosophies are there. Vaishnavism is there, and after that Advaitavada, and after that Sunyavada, Jains, Buddha, and many like this. All the philosophies, Nyaya, Mimamsa, Vedanta, Sankhya, and Yoga, like this. There are various philosophies. They all try to explain actually. So about this is, that means the about this total nature, but who the actual clear understanding, a perfect understanding will get from the Vedanta actually, out of all this Vedanta. And on that Vedanta, the natural commentary is Srimad Bhagavatam. So that's why Srimad Bhagavatam is the best book to explain about these 23 elements. Like if you take this body is made up of so various elements. So like this, it is made up of the earth, water, fire, and sky, and also space, and air. So like this body is made up of the 5 gross elements, and the same body. If you give to the a bhag student, he can cover the all the aspects of this
Connection is good.
because the analyzation done, everything is coming from the matter. So even the spirit consciousness is also coming from the matter. And if you ask them, then how to accommodate that mind, intelligence, false ego, and if you ask all these elements, what we are seeing in even in unit, if you take in this nature, and you will be so where Bhagavad can explain perfectly about that unit. But if you take the modern science, and if you try to analyze that, it cannot give the all the answers, and it cannot cover that unit in detail actually in every aspect. So that is the problem in the modern philosophies. So philosophy means darshan. That means philosophy means what it means. Philosophy means it is telling about the secret of that uh, philosophy of religion or philosophy. So philosophy generally what it is meaning of the deep study. Philosophy means deep study actually. So that's why there are so many philosophies which are telling about this creation actually. So all those philosophies are imperfect. Only the right philosophy is the perfect philosophy is the Bhagavad. So Bhagavad philosophy, that is nothing but the Achintya Beda Bed. So here, that's why Prabhupada is writing here in this present day societies. You see, generally one who doesn't know the science of the God Krishna assumes that this material world is for the enjoyment of the living entities, and that the living entities are Purushas. So the causes, controllers, and enjoyers. So that's why without knowing that the fact, actually people what they think. So people think that this material, this is completely this made up of for my enjoyment. Nature is made up of my enjoyment, like that they think. So next in this verse, under discussion, it is stated that the Krishna is the original cause of the material manifestation. Srimad Bhagavatam also confirms this. So ingredients of the material manifestation are separated energies of the Lord. Even the Brahma Jyoti, which is the ultimate goal of the impersonalist, is a spiritual energy manifested in the spiritual sky. There are no spiritual diversities in the Brahma Jyoti as there are in the Vaikuntha Lokas. So here the point is now in this paragraph what he is saying. So Bhagavatam is confirming this. This is the point actually. The right understanding of this creation you can get, the complete understanding, the complete analysis. There is no need to do further research. Oh, this element is missing. Let me modify my thesis. There is no need to do that. But if you go for the modern sciences, so Big Bang theory, there are so many, still there are the incomplete theories, incomplete explanations. So that needs the further research. So that's why once the quest for the knowing the complete, so that will be fulfilled by studying the Bhagavad Gita and by approaching the Srimad Bhagavatam. So just by the material elements, so we cannot understand the spirit soul. So spirit soul is not manufactured from the material chemicals actually. So that's why if you are saying that proposition, so yes, so the consciousness is coming from the matter. If you say this, then you have this proposition, if you take them to establish, so it's really impossible because that is not the right proposition. So people are keep on doing and wasting the time and energy. So unnecessarily, this whole world is doing the unnecessary research where already established fact is there. So that is nothing but the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is the problem of the society and wasting of their energy. So that's why Krishna conscious philosophy has to be preached to the entire society. That is the greater importance is there. So that is especially Bhagavad Gita, which is in brief is covering the entire explanation of the absolute truth and this creation. There are no spiritual devotees. Okay, if now Prabhupada is writing about the Brahma Jyoti, so that means since the point of the Lord he came here, so in the Brahma Jyoti, so there is no diversities are there. It is simply is oneness. Oneness is there. So next, and also because why we are seeing the Jnanis and Yogis, always keep in your mind, Jnanis and Yogis were explained previously, and according to them and according to the Bhaktas, there is a difference. They will be seeing the Brahman where there are no diversities, and but also Paramatma, which is not a full truth, actually, it is a partial truth of the partial truth. So that is in that angle. So he was discussing in that paragraph. Next, in the material energy, the principal manifestations are 8. Now here in the last paragraph, if you see the big paragraph, so there he is explaining about, so in the big paragraph, what he is saying, so he is just showing that 23 elements, how to get from this. We are seeing here 28 elements only, but we can derive the 23 elements from this. So yesterday we did that. So that is explained there. So you can go through that once again. So getting the 23 elements from the 8 elements. So here in the sloka, if you see, there are only 8 are there. But we are seeing in this creation, how many, this whole total creation is made up of 23 elements. So then that is clear for all of you, I think. So I don't want to go back. So now Prabhupada is writing, material science comprises these 10 elements. That means material science, if you see the modern science, they are considering the earth, water, fire, air, sky, and also the taste. So first the smell, taste, form, touch, and sound. These 10 elements they also consider. But by using these 10 elements, you cannot explain the total creation. You cannot analyze this total body by considering these 10 elements. The Prabhupada is saying this only. Material science comprises these 10 items. So if you see in that last paragraph, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7th line. Material science comprises us these 10 items and nothing more. But the other 3 items, namely mind, intelligence, and false ego, are neglected by the materialists. So generally materialists, they cannot explain the mind, intelligence, and false ego. Even if they explain, nowadays Manovijnanam also is coming. so psychology and so on, so psychiatric so and so. So some kind of monovignan also is there, but still they cannot explain about the activities. That means that the consciousness, which is because of it is a symptom of the soul. So that is not possible by them. So now finally, the false ego, I and mine, which constitutes the basic principle of material existence, includes the 10 senses and organs for material activities. Okay, called the, so intelligence refers here the intelligence is referred with the Mahat Tattva, or otherwise we can say Rasika Ahankara, from that intelligence is coming. So, and also in the last paragraph, Prabhupada is explaining there is a difference between the Sankhya philosophy. If you see the 6 philosophies, what are the 6 philosophies? The 6 philosophies are Astika. That means if you see the Eastern philosophies divided into 2 categories. Western philosophies are many are there, like the Sophism. Before that, Socrates. So Sophism is there, and Socrates came, and after that he is having the disciples, 3 disciples. So in that Plato, Aristo, and so I didn't remember the name. So then after that they are having their disciples. So like that he will be seeing the some 5, 10 varieties of the 10 more than varieties of the Western philosophies. And if you see the Eastern philosophies majorly, so we have the 2 branches, that Astika and Nastika. So in the Astika we have the, so how many philosophies? 6 philosophies. And Nastika we have the 3 majorly. So majorly 3 philosophies are there. So if you go to the Astika philosophies, so in that what? So what is the so Astika philosophies means the people who are believing in the Vedas, and Nastika means who doesn't believe in the Vedas. So in the Astika philosophies also you have Nyaya. First of all, Nyaya, which is given by the Gautama. So Mimams, next Vaisheshika, which is given by the Kanada. Then after that, so third one is a Sankhya philosophy, which is given by the Kapila. And fourth one is Yoga, which is given by the Patanjali. And fifth one is Mimamsa, which is given by Jaimini. And the sixth one is the Vedanta, which is given by Vedavyas. So among all these, what we are following? Vedanta we are following. Okay. Sitarup Mataji. Yes.
Prabhu, I missed out one name, Prabhu. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, then?
Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya.
Sankhya I wrote, Patanjali I wrote, Mimamsa I wrote, Vedanta I wrote, one I missed in between.
Patanjali is not a philosophy, yoga.
Yoga philosophy, but in between I missed one thing, Prabhu. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Pranada, what you told?
Pranada ne Kanada.
Kanada, so, okay. I heard it wrong, okay. Kanada,
Kanada.
Okay, Prabhu, thank you. Okay.
Kanada. Okay. And here Prabhupada is writing in the last paragraph. So the Sankhya philosophers, with poor subject matter of the discussion in the Sankhya philosophy, is only the manifestation of external energy of Krishna, as as described in the Bhagavad Gita. The Sankhya. So Sankhyites actually what? So Sankhyites, they in that 6 philosophy, Sankhya philosophy is there, which is given by the Kapila, and he never accept the 25th element. That means he accepts the Purusha, but he never accepts the Ishvara actually. So that's why Prabhupada is writing here in this last paragraph, this is a Sankhya philosopher, that is Kapila. So he is not accepting the Ishvara, but here in the Bhagavad Gita, we are seeing that these 23 elements are 24 elements. That means if you 23 plus Prakriti is 24, Jivatma 25, sorry, 26th element. 26th element is Ishvara. Total according to the Bhagavatam, so how many elements are there? 26 elements are there. But according to the Kanada, so that he is not believing in the Ishvara and he is accepting only 25. So that is the Prabhupada is mentioning. Out of these 6 Astika Eastern philosophies, these are Sankhyites. So they are believing in the only 25 philosophies, 25 elements, but the 6th element, that is the Ishvara, that he is not, they are not accepting, and their philosophy is rejected here. by the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That is the point. You're understanding? So there are 26 elements. So Dasarathi Prabhu, you are getting?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Last point, explain what I said. What is the difference between the Kapila?
Kapila philosophy is that true. They are not all the 23 they are believing, but the last they are not believing they are Ishvara.
Ishvara.
That is
Yes. Total, how many elements are there?
26.
26 elements. They are believing in 25. Okay. And
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita says is saying how many? 26.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So next sloka, apare.
Prabhu, just very quickly, just on this sloka itself,
Uh.
just little thing. It says there is one question which says that how do the Satvata Tantras describe the Purusha avatars? So are we just going to describe there the function of the three Purusha avatars? Is that sufficient?
Yeah. So yes, Prabhu. Aparayam itastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param jeva bhutam mahabaho yedam dharyate jagat. Translation. Mohan.
Yes, please. Besides these, O mighty armed Arjun, there is another superior energy of mind, which comprises the living entities who are exploiting the resources of this material inferior nature.
Okay. So Mohan, what you understood till now in these 4 slokas? Just within 1 minute, can you explain?
Yes, Prabhuji. There are 25, there are total
No,
26.
from sloka to here, fourth sloka.
Prabhuji, can you repeat?
From first sloka to fourth sloka.
Prabhuji, from the first sloka to fourth sloka, it is described that in the first sloka, in the half purpose, Sri Prabhupada is describing the summary of the 6th chapter. The first to 6th chapter, and then he is describing the importance of hearing from
What you understood? Tell me.
directly. Yes, Prabhuji.
From first to fourth.
From first to fourth. Yes, Prabhuji. The Lord Krishna is describing what is the he's telling the Bhakti Yuga is now telling the Arjun the Bhakti Yuga. And Prabhuji, the other yogas are the stepping stones of that.
Hare Krishna. I am not able to hear actually.
Prabhuji, I was saying that from till now, Lord Krishna is telling about Bhakti Yoga, and he is also saying that other yogas are stepping stones of that Bhakti Yoga, and he is now telling from the second shloka, he is telling about the Gyan, what is Gyan and what is Vigyan. He is telling about this material world, the spirit behind it, and this is.
You close your eyes and tell me. You are seeing, reading the purports and telling.
Yes, true, but
From your mind, you tell. Close your eyes.
yes.
Tell me from first sloka what you learned.
From the first shloka, Prabhuji, I learned that Sri Prabhupada told us that the importance of hearing directly from Krishna or the devotees, pure devotees of Krishna. We should the importance of that. And in the second shloka, Lord Krishna is telling about the.
Can you repeat?
From the first shloka, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Sri Prabhupada is telling the summary of first 1 to 6 chapter and the importance of hearing directly from Krishna or from his pure devotees.
But
And
what Krishna said in the first
What-
shloka?
from the importance of hearing from
Krishna, what he said in the first shloka?
yes, I could not understand. Prabhuji.
Krishna, what he said in the first shloka? What Krishna said?
Yeah, Prabhuji, Krishna, Prabhuji, should I tell the shloka?
Not shloka, the understanding.
He's telling that one who is devoted to the Lord, or one who is one who have asakti to the Lord, he's telling about what what he knows.
You are not reading, eh? Are also not here. Tulsi, you tell. Close eyes.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, should I tell?
Hmm.
Yes. Prabhuji, in the first sloka, you told that one who has asakti for the Lord, he knows the Lord, and then Yogam Yunjan, that means he goes closer to the Lord, and then you said that in Asanshayam there is no doubt, and then Samagram completely, and then you told that he goes near to the Lord by practice of Ananya Bhakti, and Ananya Bhakti means when there is no Gyan and Karma while performing the Bhakti, and yes, Prabhuji.
So assumption and samagram, what it refers?
Prabhuji, can you repeat?
Asamshayam and samagram refers what? What we should get?
Prabhuji, you told that asanshayam means without any doubt, and you told that samagram means completely. We should not doubt bhakti.
We should not doubt bhakti.
Prabhuji, the process.
So Sundar Nitya Prabhu, what asamshayam and samagram refers?
So Prabhu, what I understood is jnana and karma will not give you complete knowledge, but bhakti will give you the complete knowledge. That's why we are using the word complete here. So when we have asakti for Krishna, then we'll get both.
Assumption, why it is?
We should not have any doubt in the process of bhakti, because it will give you complete knowledge.
Why he is saying this word assumption here?
From what I understood, jnana and karma are difficult to do. So if you do bhakti, because bhakti is like a superset of those two. So there is no doubt that you will get everything that you get from jnana and karma.
Bhakti, there is no, there is no doubt in the process of bhakti to get the result. That means he's saying specifically means there is some doubt in the other process. What is that doubt? Doubt in getting the result. How can you say that? In other process, there is a doubt to get the result. How can you say that?
Because the other process are incomplete, whereas bhakti is complete. That's why when you practice bhakti, then there is no doubt.
So on what basis you can say Sita Rupa Mata? Yeah, Rajendra Prabhu. 1 second, Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhu. It's because the bhakti yogi, you said the example with the kitten that carries, its youth in his mouth, and he doesn't have to depend on his own strength. So if we take to bhakti, we get help by the Lord. And the other devotees or the other yogis depend on their own strength.
Okay. Sitarupu Mataji.
Prabhu, what you told yesterday was Jnana process or Jnana Marga is a doubtful process and also it's a partial process because
How
you
can
told
you say it's
yesterday
doubtful?
Bhagavad Jnanam is compared to Bhagavad Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam is partial. That is the reason it will create doubts.
No. So the process of the Gnana is very difficult to follow. Kleshodika tarastesham avyakta chetasam. This is the reference we discussed. So the process of the Gnana is very, very difficult to follow, and also it's very rare to get the result. So because kleshodika tarastesham, this is the sloka which is coming in the future. Okay. So that's why we are not able to, we are saying that bhakti, there is no, there is sure, for sure. That means assumption, there is no doubt in getting the result. That means for the bhakti. But if other process, if you go, so practicing itself is very, very difficult. Lord himself is said. So practicing is very difficult, and getting the result is, that's why getting the result is doubtful. So difficult process. So is you cannot get easily the result also. Okay, in this fifth sloka, what we are seeing, apareyam itastu anyam prakritim vidhi me param jiva bhuta mahabaho edam dharyate jagat. So besides this, oh mighty armed Arjuna, there is another superior energy of mind which comprises the living entities which are exploiting the resources of this material, that means inferior nature. So if you see in the fourth sloka, total how many elements we have? 26. In that fourth sloka, we covered the 24 elements. So if you consider Prakriti, and after that 5 gross elements, 5 subtle elements, 5 working senses, 5 knowledge senses, next to mind and intelligence, and false ego and mahat. Total how many? 23 plus Prakriti, 24. Fourth sloka is covering how many elements? Fourth sloka is covering 23 plus 1, that is Prakriti, 24. And fifth sloka is telling about the jivas, that is 25th element. And so like this we have now, so total how many we have? 26. Okay, total 26. Out of that, 24 are already covered in the fourth sloka. In 25, in the fourth sloka, 24 four elements are covered, and in the fifth sloka, jivatma is covered. Okay. Besides the, so now here, if you see the Acharya's commentary here, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, Iyam prakritihi Bhairangakya Shakti apara anukrushta jadatvat itah anyam prakritim tatastam shaktim jiva bhutam param utkrishtam vidyit chaitanyatvat. So in the fourth, that means Lord is telling about his energies. In the fourth sloka, he said about the jada prakriti, which is, that means inert material. And in the fifth sloka, what he is telling? He is telling about the Jiva Shakti, that is Chetana Padartha. That means this Chetana Padartha is superior to the that 24 elements, Bahiranga Shakti. Asya Utkrishtatve Hetuhu Yaya Chetana Ya Idam Jagat Achetanam Swabhogartham Grishyate. So we are reading in the philosophy. So in our early days, we will be studying the Bahiranga Shakti, Tadasya Shakti, or Antaranga Shakti. Why we have categorized this? Why these Shaktis are categorized? So that's why one may get the question. So now fourth sloka is establishing the Bahiranga Shakti. Okay, fifth sloka is telling about the Tadasya Shakti. Okay, fourth sloka is telling about Bahiranga Shakti, that is 24 elements. It is total covering the 24 elements. And fifth sloka is telling about the Tadasya Shakti, and that is nothing but Chetana Padartha, which is superior to the 24 elements. So like if you take this body and if you analyze all the parts of this body, it is having the earth, water, fire, this, that, and also the taste, smell, form, and so on. So, and also it is having intelligence. There is a mind is there, ego is there, so many, all these elements. So we are seeing practically, and also we are seeing in the Bhagavad Gita in that 24 elements list. So, but one more thing is what is missing? Jivatma. So, which is cause for this living entity to this, which is cause for the actions in this body. If Jivatma is not there, this body is like a dead body. It is not at all doing any actions. So that's why here Jiva Bhutam Mahabaho Edam Dharyate Jagat. So Jiva Bhutam. So Jiva Bhutam Mahabaho Yaya Idam Dharyate Jagat. That means Jivatma. Jivatma is wearing this body. That means which is made up of these 24 elements. So that's why Jivatma is the animation. That means whatever the moving you are seeing, that is because of the presence of Jivatma. So in the purport, it is written that here it is clearly mentioned that living entities belong to the superior nature of the Supreme Lord. The inferior nature is matter manifested in different elements, namely earth, water, fire, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. So both, that means body is made up of subtle and gross bodies are made up of these 24 elements. So 24 means I am considering 23 plus 1 is Prakriti. Total I am saying 24. Okay. So like that you can consider 24. So these 24 elements are cause for the subtle body and gross body. So there is one more element is there, that is soul. So that about that in this sloka is said. So that soul is wearing the both the subtle and gross bodies are products of the inferior energy. The living entities who are exploiting these inferior energies for different purposes are the superior energy of the Supreme Lord. So that's why that means Jivatma, what it is trying? It is trying to access these 24 elements and trying to exploit those. That means trying to enjoy. So it is trying to enjoy those by making the various products from that. So if you combine these 24 elements in the different proportions, you will be getting the different materials like rasagulla, like the fan, like the AC, like this, like that, like that. So you can just mix this. That means there is no need to take all the total 23 elements, but you can take the 23 elements of these into some portion and some elements, and you can make the different materials, and you keep on enjoying that. So who is doing that? That is Jivatma is doing. So that's why that is the 25th element, Jivatma, which is superior to this energy, 24 elements. So that is the difference between the Jivatma and 24 elements. So the living entities who are exploiting these inferior energies, the cosmic manifestation has no power to act unless it is moved by the superior energy, the living entity. So that's why living entity is bringing that means is there. That's why otherwise, if living entity is not there, this body is lump of matter and is lying there only. Like that, you can see so many examples. This mobile is there. It is also made up of 23 elements. In that, we don't need to consider 23 elements. In that, mind, intelligence, and false ego are not there. But at least, and also working senses and knowledge senses also not there. But what it is there, it is made up of remaining. That means remaining 10 elements, 5 gross elements and subtle elements. It is made up of 10 elements actually. But if you take some other animals have some more elements actually. It is like if you see some elements have not all the working senses and also not all the knowledge senses. They will be having the few. And also the proportion of the mind and the proportion of the false ego and the proportion of the intelligence, that maybe also is changing. So like this, various species are manifested in this nature. So we are seeing the manifestation of various bodies out of these 23 plus 124 elements, whatever. So, and who is wearing those all? That is Jivatma. So that's why this is everything is belong to the Lord's energy. This everything is belong to the Lord's energy. Those 24 elements also is my energy, and this Jivatma is also my energy. That is the point he is mentioning here. So they are never equally powerful as unintelligent men think. So that's why these living entities are also controlled by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Krishna is controlling even these two. Krishna is not directly controlling. Who is controlling? So Paramatma, already I explained in the 4th sloka. So Paramatma is controlling. That means Paramatma is sitting in the heart and he is controlling the Jivatma and also this total body. So how Paramatma controls? So that is the point now. How Paramatma controls this Jivatma and this Prakriti. So if you ask this, then you should understand here how the Paramatma is controlling Jivatma and the body. Anyone knows?
Well, that's a good question. Oh, mostly.
Jitendra, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. So Jiva desire and the Paramatma sanction those desire, and the nature, the Prakriti, means execute that desire. So in this way, the Paramatma is controlling body and soul.
I will explain one concept here, 5 minutes. So today I will increase half an hour, okay? Because otherwise I will tell superficially and I will go, because time is not there and many things are there to discuss. You have to compromise for the time, then you have to give the more time, then I can explain. Otherwise, it's not possible because it's really a very tough job. So covering the everything. What all you say? Shall I go lighter way or otherwise shall I touch some important concepts and take extra time little. So 20 minutes extra.
Yes, Prabhuji, please take it.
If anyone have problem, then do like this. That
No,
means send this symbol.
Okay, okay. No problem.
Send this symbol actually. Problem. I want the people who have problem. Otherwise, I will consider. So yes. Others are not at all opening the camera, so definitely you'll lose your attendance. And then definitely you'll be having the.
Prabhu, just can I just one question about what you were discussing before, just on that.
No problem. 1 second.
Okay.
I have to explain something in my mind. Let me explain that then. So now the point is, this is Jiva. This is Jivatma, Jivatma's heart. In this heart, two are there. So that is the Paramatma, and another is Jivatma. Okay, Paramatma and Jivatma. So Paramatma and Jivatma, what happens? Like you see, this body is made up of total 23 elements. Anyway, Prakriti is also there. That's why I say sometimes 24 and sometimes 23. So okay, 23 you can consider. So Prakriti is just the root actually. From that only this 23 is coming. So just for count purpose, I am saying sometime 24. This is 23 plus Prakriti. That means 24. So if body is made up of, subtle and gross body is made up of this 23 plus Prakriti, 23 elements. And Jivatma is 24. And Paramatma, or otherwise Supreme Lord, is 25. Sorry, 20. Sorry. This is 24. And this is 25 and 26. In the text 4, we have studied this body, the 23 elements, so which are nothing but Prakriti. So Prakriti, those are the total 24. That is cause for the manifestation of this body. And now in the 6th sloka, text 5. So we studied the Jivatma. And here we are seeing Paramatma is the controller, we are saying. How he is controlling? So he is controlling whom? He is controlling Jivatma and also this subtle and gross bodies. How he is controlling, that I am explaining. Like if you are raising the hand, if you raise hand like this, so otherwise if you push something or if you bring something, the activity is happening. So to do the activity, you need to have so Kriya Shakti. You need to have Kriya Shakti. So that Kriya Shakti is belonging to whom? So Kriya Shakti is it belonging to, and also if I show for this person, if I show some pen here, so he is able to identify this pen or pencil. So then for that he needs Gnana Shakti. He needs the Gnana Shakti. So that means ultimately this is the Jivatma here, and this is the Paramatma. So this Jivatma is not able to know this pen, and also Jivatma is able to do the activities. These activities actually Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti are needed to do the activities. Kriya Shakti to know the objects, Gnana Shakti is needed. So that is belonging to whom? So that is belonging to whom? That is belonging to, can you say this Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti belong to this 24 elements? If you say it is belong to the 24 elements, then what is the problem is coming? So if you say it's belong to the 24 elements, then even a pen, if you keep, and it should know the objects. That means this mobile has to know. If Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti belongs to this mobile, then this mobile will be knowing that my name is mobile. And this mobile also will be moving itself. So that means Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti are not belonging to these 24 elements to do. And Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti is not belonging to the even Jivatma, because Jivatma is infinitely small, and it cannot be the owner of this. So being the infinitely small and part and parcel of the something. Like if you see a servant is there, and the servant is belong to a master, and when a master, that means servant belongs to the master, and servant is having this umbrella in his hand. So this umbrella, and he is holding on the master, or he is using. So this umbrella or whatever clothes and whatever servant is possessing, so of course it is in the hand of the servant, but it originally belongs to whom? To his master only. Na? The same way, so ultimately this Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti belongs to the Ishvara, that is Paramatma. Paramatma, okay. So those belong to the Paramatma. And so this Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti belongs to Paramatma. Now the point is coming. So now the Jivatma is not really the owner of the Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti. To do activities, we need Kriya Shakti. So then Lord, what he does, that Ishvara, that means Paramatma, sitting in the heart, and he is the owner of the Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti, and he is based upon the karma of this Jivatma. He is allowing Kriya Shakti is sanctioning Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti to Jivatma. So for example, so someone did the sinful activity, someone broke the hand of some person in the previous life. So that sin he is having. So then after that, what will happen? So this Jivatma did some sin. Based upon that sin, so Lord will be taking out, that means Kriya Shakti in this hand. And he is not sanctioning Kriya Shakti to this hand. Then this Jivatma is not able to move this hand because he did the sin. So that's why in this way, Lord is seeing the karma of the Jivatma, and based upon that, he is providing the Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti, and in this way, and he will be controlling the Jivatma. If you don't understand this, you cannot understand the principle of the bhakti also in future. This is a very, very important phenomenon actually. Otherwise, you cannot understand how the bhakti is transcendental if you don't understand this. Yes.
Very good. Thank you.
So next. So there is one more sloka in the Veda Stuti, 10th and 87 chapter, to prove the Jivatma. So that is there in this. You can read out this translation of an sloka.
Here there is a question, Prabhuji. There is a question.
1 second, Prabhu. I have said you to raise the hand. I will give the time actually. So next, the last paragraph of this 5th sloka. The Supreme Lord Krishna is the only controller, and all living entities are controlled by him. The living entities are his superior energy, because the quality of their existence is one and the same with the Supreme, but they are never equal to the Lord. So here Krishna, so Prabhupada is explaining, this Jivatma is also spirit, but they are not equal to the Lord, because qualitatively means they are also spirit and Lord is also spirit. In that way they are equal, but actually they are not having energies like the Lord. So then finally the last line, if you come, so what is that? Therefore, anyone conclude that Gita confirms the living entity be only one of the multi-energies of Krishna. And when this energy is freed from the material contamination, it becomes full Krishna consciousness are liberated. So now here in the last line, what is said? Living entity to be only one of the multi. That means Lord is having the Parasa Shakti Vidayasrite. Lord is having the multi energies. Out of that, Jiva Shakti is also, Jivatma is also energy of the Lord. And Jivatma is not energetic. Jivatma is not the possessor of the energy. Jivatma is energy. The possessor of the energy is energetic. That is only one. That is Krishna. Okay. So now, okay, Dasaraji Prabhu.
Prabhuji, here there is a doubt, Prabhuji. Whatever the Jivatma is doing, he is deriving the Kriya Shakti and Jnana Shakti from the Paramatma and is doing the actions.
Yes.
No. So now, but according to that Bhagavad Gita, the Jiva is coming the marginal potency of the Lord, Pachastha Shakti.
Prabhu?
Jiva is coming under the marginal potency of the Lord, marginal potency, Pachastha Shakti. So being the proprietor, being a Tachastha Shakti, Jiva is having the free will, and according to that, he is desiring different kinds of activities to do. So if Jivatma is deriving the Jnana Shakti from the Lord, how the desire Shaktis are sometimes deviating from the Jnana Shakti Lord, because sometimes some action Jiva is doing which is not in line with the Jnana Shakti of the Lord. So there is a deviation between the performance of the Pachastha Shakti and super energy of the Lord. So why the deviation is coming?
Yeah. So Jivatma is having the Jnana Shakti. That means, what is the meaning of Jnana Shakti? Cognition power. So that means the ability to know the objects. That is known as Jnana Shakti. The ability that's a knowing power. We need some power to know the things. Why that this pen is there? This pen, can it know itself? Can it know? That is, my name is pen. This will know or not? I am feeling cold. Why it is not feeling cold? Why pen is feeling cold? Why? Tell.
No consciousness.
This hand is feeling cold or not? And this pen is not feeling.
Because
Tell me, what is the problem in the pen?
Yeah. Because it is from the 24 elements. No, not 20, only 10 elements is there.
What is lacking it is? Why it is not able to feel the cold? Why it is not able to know the name?
It is not able to derive the Kriya Shakti and Jnana Shakti from the Paramatma.
Very good. Because it is not able to derive, it is not given. This pen is not given with the Jnana Shakti and our Kriya Shakti. Why it is not able to move by itself? Because it is not given. So, but for the Jivatma, he gives. Then by that Jnana Shakti, it may desire even wrongly or whatever. Understanding?
But Jnana Shakti is deriving and
the ability, the power. Jnana, I'm not saying. Jnana Shakti means the ability, the power.
He is having the ability, but again he will.
Yes. Yes, you understood.
Yeah.
Okay, Punyashloka Prabhu.
Prabhu, just a quick question on the three modes. So, 24 elements, And then 25th is us. Jiva, 26th is the Supreme Lord, Ishvara. The three modes, can we say the three modes being the raw material for the 24 element, or the 24 elements, or 23?
Yeah, 24 elements are nothing but comprised of these three modes, sattva, rajas, tamas.
So
Of
just
course.
like
Yes.
just like when I explain, when people ask, so I explain just like I gave the example same before, just like this atom and there is neutron, proton, electron. So just a different permutation combination, everything is coming. So similarly with these three permutation combination of the three modes, all these elements are coming, and from these elements, then everything else is coming. So the basic the basic
Yes.
raw material three modes for everything.
Yes.
Thank you, bro.
Okay. Next shloka. Etat yonini bhutani sarvanyutyupadharaya aham krishnasya jagatah prabhavah pralayasthatha. Translation. Who will read?
May I, Prabhu?
Sita Mata.
All created beings have their source in these two natures. Of all that is material and all that is spiritual in this world. Know for certain that I am both the origin and the dissolution. Do I continue the purport or stop, Prabhu?
Stop, Mataji. Etad yonini bhutani sarvanyupadharaya aham krishnasya jagatah prabhavah pralaya. So what is, if you observe this shloka, all created beings have their source in these two natures. That means if you take dog, if you take cat, if you take tree, if you take anything, they're all made up of these 25 elements total. They're all made up of these 25 elements. That means Jivatma is there, and the 23 elements is 23 plus 1. That's 23 elements are the cause for the gross and subtle bodies of that Jiva. Okay, that is the point he is saying. Etad yonini bhutani sarvanyupadhare. Aham krishnasya jagatah prabhavah pralayah. And finally, what he is saying in the next statement, I am the creator actually. And he is saying of all that is material and all the spiritual in this world. So know for certain that I am both the origin and dissolution. So he is the origin and dissolution of all these living entities. Aham krishnasya jagata. That means, and I am the creator of the entire creation. Krishnasya jagata means I am the creator of the entire jagat, and also I am the destination for the entire. So jagat means universe. That means all the universe and also the different living entities, different jivas, everything are coming from me. And that means I am the creator actually. Prabhavaha means they are coming from me, and pralaya means they are dissolving in me. So this is the point he is saying. So that means what Lord is saying, that I am the cause for these two. So now what picture he gave to us till now from the 4, 5, 6, he said that, so what is his the Bhairanga Shakti, that's 24 elements he said. Then after that, apart from that 24, there is one more element, that's Jivatma, he said. Then after that, he is saying that entire Jagat is made up of these two, that means Bhairanga Shakti and Tarsha Shakti. And these two Shaktis are my Shaktis only. So that's why I am the creator, and also I am the destination. Everything is dissolving in me. Okay. So like this, so he is giving the complete picture. This is the Aishwarya Gnana. This is the knowledge. So in this purport, everything that exists is a product of matter and spirit. Spirit is the basic field of creation, and matter is created by spirit. Spirit is not created at a certain stage of material development. Many times modern scientists, what they think, in this, that means if you see the total picture, who are there? 24 elements, Jivatma and also Krishna. Total now 26. This is the total full picture actually. This is the total creation actually. Out of these 20, by the interference of these 26 elements, so we are seeing the entire creation. But the scientists, they are removing some elements. They don't believe in the Lord. They don't believe in the Jivatma. And only just a few elements they took, and they are writing the papers on that. They are doing research and writing the papers. This is the foolishness. This is simple foolishness actually. So that's why if you want to, anytime if you debate this materialistic scientist, then you should ask this. So who is the cause for the activities? From where is the energy for the activities coming? That's the Kriya Shakti. And the cognitive power, that means knowing power. You are able to know the objects from where it is coming. If it is coming from the chemicals, then let's prove it. So how it is coming, then you explain the process mechanism. So Prabhupada, that's why he was explain. This is the preaching actually. So what you should understand, so not just reading these slokas just as a theoretical, but how to show the difference between the philosophy, modern scientific scientists, they are having philosophy, and what are the defects. But when you know the complete picture, then you should know the and also you should know the each and every elements, the function of the mind, function of the intelligence, function of the ego, function of the chitta, and the function of all the working senses and knowledge senses. If you understand these functions clearly, then you can ask also other scientists, then you explain. In body we are seeing this action, then who is the origin, how it is coming, how it is happening, and your mechanism, can it explain this? Your explanation can cover this point. So that is the way to convince them. So that means you can that is the importance actually. Now by knowing this, you are clear. So who are you, and who is Supreme Lord, and what is this material nature, what is this body? So this is helping us to understand and so that by knowing this knowledge, so what will happen? So we'll be understanding the glory of the Lord. Everything is out of the Lord. That means everything is because of the Lord. That means aham krishnasya jagataha prabhavah pralayah. I am the cause for the entire creation. This is the point we should accept and we should understand. Just 1 second. I am coming within 1 minute. So you will be knowing about these all the 24 elements and also Jivatma, the functions clearly in Kapila Bhagwan's teachings in the Bhagavatam. So, okay, here next, if you turn the page and see this, in this, for the 6th sloka, therefore, spirit and matter which combine to manifest the gigantic universal form are originally two energies of the Lord, and consequently, the Lord is the original cause of everything. So, finally, what we are understanding? So, Lord is the cause of, so this universe, how this universe is made up of these two energies. One is the 24, that's Bhairanga Shakti, and the Tadasha Shakti. A fragmental part and parcel of the Lord, namely the living entity, may be the cause of a big skyscraper, a big factory, or even a big city. But he cannot be the cause of a big universe. The cause of big universe is the big soul, the super soul. And Krishna, the supreme, is the cause of both the big and small souls. Therefore, that's why that is the thing. That is the thing we are, so there is, so all these 24 elements, Jivatma, and there is a big soul. That means so all the universe is also is having the soul. So universe is also having the soul. Who is the soul of the universe? That is the super soul. Like this is Karananvasa Vishnu. This is Prakriti. When he glances on this Prakriti, so 23 elements are coming, and those are all formed into different Brahmandas. And in Karananvasa Vishnu, KSV. So he is entering into the each Brahmanda and filling with, he is known as, he is lying into this, like the GSV, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Okay, and from him, from his lotus novel, so stem is coming, and there is a lotus flower. So this is here actually. This lotus flower here, what? On the stem. So one Purusha is appearing. This Purusha is nothing but the, what is that? Virat Purusha. And he is having the thousands of the hands and legs. So, okay, this is the Virat Purusha. And in this, there are the 14 planets on this Virat Purusha. These are the 14 planets. On the top, this lotus flower will be there. And in this 14 planets, so Jivatmas are residing. Jivas, along with their bodies. That means Jivas are residing. Okay, Virat Purusha is this. And that means everything is residing in the Virat Purusha. And who is having the thousands of the heads and legs. Okay. And Virat Purusha's Parama Antaratma is who is? This Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is the Antaratma for the Virat Purusha. Okay. So, and in this, there are 14 planets are there. Na? So in the each planet, so if you take one planet out, there are the Jivatmas Jivas are there. In the Jivas, each heart, so Paramatma, and once again, this Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is entering into the Jivas in these planets. So that in the form of Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu. Okay. So that's why Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is controlling the one body. So that I already showed in the top. So this is if you take one Jivatma, and in his heart he is sitting Shirodaka Sai Vishnu and he is controlling. That's Kriya Shakti and Gnana Shakti, he is sanctioning to this Jiva. And Jiva Atma is also sitting here. So like this, what you have to understand? So he is the big soul. Big soul means Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. He is the Antaratma of the Virat Purusha. Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So okay, Tulasi, clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Is it clear or flying? Flying on the...
Prabhuji, it is clear. I was just confirming with my mother.
Okay. Okay, Shamapriya Mataji. Because Prabhupada mentioned so many points in the each purport. So he said the big soul. What is the big soul? Many times you will be getting the doubt. What is this big soul or super soul? That is the, actually in the Brahmanda also there is a one soul, actually super soul. That is nothing but the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So that is the big soul actually.
So, Prabhu, what is the, I just couldn't understand the full explanation. So, Prabhu, what is the Virat Purusha here? Like from the lotus flower comes the Virat. What is the Virat Purusha here?
Okay. 1 second, Mataji. When these 23 elements are produced from this Prakriti, they are forming into the small eggs. That means Brahmandas. These are the Brahmandas. In this Brahmanda, so like in the egg, there is an outer layer and also inside material will be there. Na? The same way, material will be there like this. And that it is also made up of 23 elements. This is the outer layer and inside some material is there. And Karanano Sai Vishnu is entering into this in the form of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. So, and he is first filling this with the water from his body only coming, and he's lying on this water. And when he lies, so I will make this into the big picture like this. So he filled half of this. And Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is lying. Okay, and this is a material actually. This inside material, this one is also 23 elements made up of 23, and this is a layer, outer layer. So when he enters into this, already it is there, and he filled this water, and what he does from his lotus navel, so connection happens to this. Like in the woman, what will happen in the woman before pregnancy? So when the conception time, so some liquid is coming. That's the Om. Om is coming, and also that sperm is mixing with this, and then that is going to stick into the one, that's the Garbhashaya, and also it is sticking to the wall of this, and from this connection is happening to the mother actually. Yes, same way this is the Om, and connection is happening to the Garbha of the, then to the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. Then what will happen? Gradually this Om is developing into the baby, that means body. Okay, body, that means in the first month, second month. Same way, this is material, this Om, or otherwise this 23 elements, some total material is developing in the form of one Purusha. That means how the baby here this Om is developing in the form of the like human being only. The way the mother and father looks, the same way it is also appearing. The same way, this 23 elements is also made up of this, it's matter only, and but it is developing the way, that means Garbhodak Sai Vishnu is also having the thousands of the hands and legs and heads. So same way this material is turning into the form of, so 1000. Now just I cannot show. So just if I show you here, so here what I'm so what I am saying, this so this one, this total material is turning into the like this. And he is connected to this. And here the lotus flower, and on him is 14 planets are coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. 14. This is a Virat Purusha. On Virat Purusha, these are lying. Okay, this is clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
Same, whatever the mechanism happens in the woman's womb, same thing happens with the Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. Yad Brahmande Tadeva Pindande. Whatever is happening in the Brahmanda, same thing happens in the, even in the every living entity case also. How we are getting body. If the mechanism, we are simply this whole phenomena is same thing happening, even there also. There happened, that's why here also it is happening. Okay.
So the lotus came, we can consider the Virat Purusha.
Huh?
Lotus came on which the Brahmaji is appearing. The lotus came is the Virat Purusha.
That means stem is there, but that material, whatever is there, that is turning. That means you are understanding. And that stem is connected to the Virat Purusha.
No, is it to be understood like that stem is connected to that Brahmajika lotus and even to the Mahat Tattva?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even?
That
What is
the 23 elements wala, which is
yeah.
turning into the
total material. That is only turned into the baby now. So
no,
if
now where is Brahmaji Prabhu then?
Brahmaji is sitting here in the top.
Okay.
Here.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
And this is the stem. And that stem is connected to this Purusha, Virat Purusha. And this is Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. And on this, like this is a stem, and on the stem, this is there, that material, this round total material, that's transferred in the form of Purusha, and he is lying like this, and this is the on the top, that flower is coming actually on the head of this, on the head part. Otherwise it can come down also here like this. Okay, here Brahmaji is coming, and for this Purusha who came from this total material, and for this Purusha who is the Paramatma, Garbhodak Sai Vishnu himself is the Paramatma. That's why big Purusha means this total Purusha, and this is Brahmanda in the total Purusha. All that means in these 14 planets, Jivatmas are there. Okay, I think it is not clear. Very good. So we'll continue to the next sloka, because I cannot do anything because it's a very limited time. And if you have questions, ask me later after the class. Okay, mattah parataram nanya kinchedasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. So translation. Who will be reading the translation? Okay. O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me, as pearls are strung on a thread. So what he is saying here, matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. He is saying that, so nothing is superior to me. Matta parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananjaya. Why everyone is off their cameras? Why they off the cameras? What they want to do? Revati Mataji, next Sharanagati Mataji, Govinda Prabhu, Purna, Astosh Prabhu, Umesh Tripathi, Madhusudan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam.
Dham se.
Prabhuji, I'm working also, so that's why.
You didn't tell to me.
I just messaged Prabhuji just some 5 minutes before. I just
Okay.
messaged.
Okay. It's okay. Some new faces I am seeing today.
I am with
Hare
kids,
Krishna.
Prabhu. This is Sharanagati Devi Dasi, Pranam, and then one Pranam, and I'm with kids, so that's why my video is off. But I am listening to you very clearly.
We'll keep it on.
Yeah, sure.
Hare Krishna,
You
Prabhuji,
can see my
Madhusudan.
kids out there, so.
Okay, enough. So anything is there, you can tell after the class. So now, matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya, mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. So what it mean? So Krishna is saying, why he's saying this? So why Krishna is saying matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya, mai sarvamidam protam. So the background, if you see, ultimately that means nothing is there other than me. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. That means, but how can you say other than me nothing is there? How can you say this? Already we are seeing this body is there, this table is there, this pen is there. How Krishna can say, so nothing is there other than me? Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti. Means there is no truth superior to me. So there is no truth superior to me means what it mean actually. So whatever this existing material world is there, so that is also included in him. So there is nothing. That means neha nanasti kinchana. That means other than the Lord, nothing is there actually. Other than the Lord, even nothing is there. You can say other than the Lord, nothing is there. Everything is Lord only. How? Because this whatever the two Shaktis we have seen, Bhairanga Shakti and the Jiva Shakti, that is a Sattva Shakti, both are belong to the Lord Shakti, and Shakti is non-different to the Shaktiman. So that's why there is no difference between the Shakti and Shaktiman. So because of this, so achintya bheda, that means there is no difference between the Shakti and Shaktiman. So that means everything is actually is one only. That is Advit. That's why in the Bhagavatam it is said that Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam yas gnanam advayam. It is one only. So even other than the Krishna, even nothing is there. Because how can you say nothing is there? Even pen is also not there other than the Krishna. Because pen is also Lord's energy, Bhairanga Shakti, and Shakti is not different from the Shaktiman. So in this way, everything is what? Is Krishna. Sarvam, so Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Samahatma Sudurlabhaha. So this is the understanding actually. Because whatever these two Shaktis he said, those two Shaktis are belong to him, and also they are non-different from him. They are non-different from him. So for example, if you say the sun, so sun is having the sunlight, that means sun rays. So sun rays and the shadow. Shadow, that means, so shadow means if you keep any object, sometimes sun rays can be defeated by some object, and then, so if you are seeing the shadow of that object on another side. So shadow is the Bahiranga Shakti, sun rays are the Jiva Shakti, and sun is the Krishna. So of course they are looking, sun rays are outside the sun, and also shadow is different from the sun, but actually they are not different from the sun. Actually they are not different from the sun, because sun is not there. Can you see any shadow? Can you see any rays? No. So in that way everything is sun only. So the shadow and the rays, the same way here you should apply the same principle. So the Jivatma and the Bahiranga Shakti are also Shakti of the Lord, and also they are not different from the Lord. That is the understanding. Like the sun rays and the shadow, so they are looking the different from the sun, but they are also, and their existence is there in the only in the sun. And if there is no sun, they are also not there. So in that way, you can say they are non-different from the sun. It's the same way you can say Jiva Shakti and Bahiranga Shakti both are non-different from the Lord. Okay. So now here one important point we are going to discuss. Prabhupada is writing his purport based upon the Baldev Vidyabhushan's commentary. So to understand this, we need to understand the Baldev Vidyabhushan's commentary. What he is saying here, Baldev, Nanu Stira Charayoho Para Apara Parayoho Prakrutyoho Api Twameva Tashaktiman Yonihi Iti Yuktehe Nikala Jagat Bijatvam Tava Pratitam Natu Sarva. So what it means? So shall I dare to explain some another concept? I am feeling, I don't know. Because Prabhupada wrote the many points actually from the many philosophies, and without explaining that I cannot cheat also. And covering the syllabus, this is cheating. And also time is less. And you people also has to put the lot of attention and the hard work. Then only you can get. Because purports are very deep. They are not simply joke, because he is writing from the all the two acharyas. Very closely he is following their logics and writing. And just reading out and discussing some irrelevant point and over. So that kind of study is not good actually. So here is defeating the philosophy of Mayavadis. Mayavadi philosophy is defeated here by this sloka. So Prabhupada is also writing. There's a secret is there in this. So please give your attention. First of all, I'll give the little background. So Advaitins, what they think. Advaita philosophy. That means Sankarites. All the time you say Mayavadi, impersonalist, many times you say. So what is the Advaitavada? You should know. According to the Advaitavada, there is a Brahman is there. So Brahman is, according to them, Brahman is Nirgun Nirvishesh Chinmatra Satta. Okay, fine. So then if we ask them what is the Ishvara, who is Ishvara? If you ask them, so, and who is the Jiva? If you ask these two things to explain this, so according to them, Brahman is only the absolute truth, and whatever the existing world is completely Maya, they say. Even Ishvara is also Maya only. How? Let us take, this is the, what is this? This is Maya. And these are the, Maya is making the various products, Antakaranas. Okay. When this Brahman is reflecting on this Maya, this total.
Oh, it's not visible, the screen.
Achha. So this is the Advaita philosophy. This is Brahman, and so Ishvara and Jiva. So I am explaining the Advaita philosophy. Okay. According to the Advaita philosophy, Brahman is only the absolute truth. And this Maya, this is the Maya. Take this total is as a Maya. And these are the products of the Maya. When this Brahman is reflecting on this Maya, that is known as Ishvara. When this Brahman is reflecting on the each Antakarana, then that is known as Jiva. Jiva. Okay. The concept of Jiva and Ishvara is what? Reflection. That means, and then how this Maya is created? This Jiva, that means which is Jiva, Jivatma is having the ignorance. So because of the ignorance of the Jivatma, this Maya is created. That is their philosophy, their school of philosophy. So you should understand the what is the Brahman, that is not having any qualities. It is Nirgun Nirvishesh Chinmatra Satta, and Maya is there. On the Maya, when Brahman reflects, that is known as Ishvara, and the different products of the Maya are there. Those are all known as Antakaranas. When this Brahman is reflecting on the Antakarana, is known as Jiva. That means this is the concept. When this Jivatma, when this all Jivatmas, these all Jivatmas, so all Jivatmas, when they realize the that means realize that there is only Brahman is there, then what will happen? So this Maya is finished. If there is no Maya, there is no Antakarana, and there is no reflections, and there is only what? Brahman will be remaining. Okay. This is their philosophy. This is Advaita philosophy. Advaita philosophy, Mukti means what? When Jivatma realizes that this Maya is not there, then, like if you see there is no mirror, then there is no reflection also. Then Maya is finished. Then there is no reflection also. There are no Jivas, nothing. Then what is remaining? Only Brahman. This is the concept of the Mayavadis. So here Mayavadi is Purvapakshi, his opponent. He is opponent, and he is asking the question. Hey, so what he is asking? He is asking a question to us. So you see in the purport also, Tato yad uttarataram tad arupam anamayam ya etat vidur amrutaste bhavanti athetare dukkam eva apiyanti. This is actually Moola also, it is there. And also I sent a file. If you see the file, you can see the translation. I will just show that also. I sent the today 2 files. You open the Baldev Vidyabhushans. This is Baldev Vidyabhushan's translation. I can explain from this. So here you see given you for your file also it is there. It is there with you also, this same file. So Purvapakshi is putting this argument. What is that argument? So since you say that you are the cause of inferior and superior prakritis, I can understand that you are the seed of the whole universe, but are still not in the supreme position. There is something higher than the seed. Who is saying this?
The opponent.
Opponent. Very good.
Advaitvadi.
Advaitvadi, yes. Advaitvadi, what he is saying? He is saying that, you see, this is the Brahman, and this is the Maya, and these are the antakaranas, and Brahman is reflecting on this all, and they are known as jivas, and Brahman is reflecting on this total Maya, that is known as Ishvara. That means Ishvara is the, yes, they are accepting. So Ishvara is possessing this Maya. That means Ishvara is the containing this total energy Maya. So they accept that. That means Ishvara is not a permanent object according to them. Brahman only reflecting on the Maya, that is known as Ishvara. So because that means they are accepting that Ishvara is controlling the Maya, because the Ishvara is reflected on the Maya. That means, or otherwise Ishvara is okay, yes, Ishvara is reflecting on the Maya, so that's why Maya is in his control. Okay, they accept this. And also Antakarana, on Antakarana Brahman is reflecting, and that is known as Jiva. So Jiva is containing this Antakarana. Yes, they also accept this. And they are saying that, what is they are saying? Yes, they are accepting Ishvara, Krishna as in this position. Yes, you are Krishna, we accept you. You are the controller of this Maya, and also Maya is created, this your Maya created Antakaranas. So on that, Brahman is reflected, those are the Jivas. Yes, so like that, Jivatmas are also there. You are the cause for the Maya, and also you are cause for the Jivas. That's Antakaranas, nothing but Jivas means Antakaranas. So they accept this, but on top of you, there is a Brahman. On top of you, there is a Nirgun Nirvisheshtin Matra Satta. So that is the point. That means, since you say that you are the cause, and also Krishna, what he said, I am the cause, he said. In these previous sections, if you see sixth sloka, I am the cause for this Maya, that is the Bahiranga Shakti, which is cause for the 23 elements. This Maya, which is nothing but the Bahiranga Shakti, which is cause for 23 elements. And also Jiva, so that is also belonging to you. Okay, because the same Brahman reflecting on the, they don't accept Jivatma is a particle. They accept Jivatma as just a reflection. So, and that is also because that is Brahman reflecting on the Antakarana. If Antakarana is not there, then Jiva also is not there. So Antakarana is belong to the Krishna, and that means that is that's Maya. So that's why in that way, Jivatma is also, yes, Jiva is also is you only. And but according to them, Ishvara is also just a reflection only. It's not the any one particle is there. That kind of concept they don't take. So now the point is what they are asking opponent, what he's saying, based keeping this ideology in his mind. Yes, Krishna, you are saying very nice, correctly you are saying you are the cause for this Maya, and you are the your Jivas. So very, very true. And on top of you, Brahman is there. Because you said previously in the 4th and 5th, 6th slokas, you are the cause, you are the seed of the whole universe. But are the still not in the supreme position, but you are not in the supreme position. So there is something higher than the seed. So that is, seed is Krishna, this is seed, and something higher means this is Brahman. So this is the question actually. And for this, Purvapakshi is also saying the point. So tataha yad uttarataram tad arupam anayam yayetad viduhu amrutaste bhavanti. So this is actually in the purport also. The meaning of this Purvapakshi is using this sloka. Higher than this, there is that which has no form, which is free of defect. Those who know this become immortal and know and don't suffer. So this is the Upanishad statement. Based upon this, they are also supporting their own statement. See, there is higher than this. This means, so this material world and the cause of this material world. So according to the Advaitins, Brahman is not the cause. Only the Jiva Ajnanam is the cause. So so that's why because if you say Brahman is the directly cause, then there is a problem will come. They don't accept Brahman as a directly cause. Just it is reflecting, that's all. But so Jiva Avidya, Jiva Atma Savidya is only the cause. That is their philosophy. So now the point is, based, and they are using this statement support in the support of their view. This is Upanishad statement. So yes, tatah param is there. Upanishad statement also is saying, so on the top, above to this material world and the cause of the material world, that is Ishvara, here is something Brahman. Yes, we are true. Like that, till here, opponent is saying, this is the opponent statement. Opponent. And now Krishna is answering to this. Hey, so what he is saying, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Hey, Arjun, you are also following the Advaitins? And do you think Brahman is superior to me? No. I am superior to everything. There is nothing superior to me. So who is saying? Krishna is saying. So, oh my dear, so Arjuna, your friend, your Saka, your friend, this whose name is Krishna, this Krishna, then he is showing himself, this Krishna, I am superior to, so nothing is superior to me. I am the superior to everyone. So that's why he is rejecting, Krishna is rejecting the philosophy of Advaitins here in this sloka. So here what is saying? So there is nothing superior to me, Krishna, your friend. I alone am the supreme object. This sloka is the answer or the refutation for this. But Purvapakshi, this once again Purvapakshi is saying this statement. So Purvapakshi, what they are saying? But we hear, but means Purvapakshi, this is opponent. But we hear in the Vedas that there is something higher in such a statements as tato yat uttarataram. So that means Purvapakshi still using the same statement and saying that, so that means whoever is the cause for this material nature, so this about this material nature, something is there, so that is arupam, that is not having any form, and that is also not having the any arupam anamayam. We already read now this. If you see here in this Purvapakshi sloka, what is that? The something which is superior to this material world, this is not having the form, arupam anamayam, and it is also not measurable. So that kind of object is there, so which is free from the defects. And but you are the Krishna, you have the form. How can we accept? So like that, Purvapakshi is still putting the same point. So then refutation is that this is foolish idea. So Krishna is saying this is foolish idea. So which is easily defeated. So it can be defeated by, and then he is quoting. So Siddhanti, Krishna means here Siddhanti, you can take. Siddhanti is quoting this. Vedaham etam purusham mahatam adityavarnam tamasah parastat eva vidvan amruta iha bhavati nanya panta vidyate ayanaya. So this is the, and this is a Siddhanti using this statement in the support. So what is the meaning of this statement? This statement from the this is from the Svetashvatara Upanishad. From this Upanishad, that person, the speaker of this Upanishad is saying, I know that the great Purusha, that means with a shining complexion, so superior to the darkness, knowing him, one surpasses death. There is no other path for liberation. So, and summary of this sloka, what it is. So here, so Siddhanti is using, there is one Purusha, that is Vishnu. He is having the effulgence, Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastat. That means this effulgence is superior to the darkness. This is darkness. And that darkness is completely dispelled by this effulgence. This is Brahma Jyoti, which is coming from this. And behind that Brahma Jyoti, there is a Purusha. So Purusha is there. I know that there is a great Purusha with the shining complexion. So from this word, Yasmat Param, Param, Na Param, and also Yasmat Param, Na Param. So there is nothing is superior to this Purusha. That means nothing is there superior to this Purusha. And from him only this effulgence is coming. So this is the statement from the Siddhanti actually. So that means now what is understanding? So the understanding is this. So see, Advaitins, they say that Ishvara is down to the Brahman, but what is the fact? Brahman is inferior, is dependent on the Ishvara. This is the fighting actually. And they have this kind of ideology, and this is the fact. Here Krishna is establishing Mattah Parataram. That means the Vasudeva Samsundar. So I am Samsundar. So than me, nothing is there. Superior to me, nothing is there. I don't know. As you went inside or out, bouncing. Sharanagati Mataji. Bounce back completely. Then this is the purport actually. This total purport is based upon this one.
So your
voice is not audible, Mataji. Who understood?
Yeah, you mean to say that Mayavadi thinks that like the diagram which you showed was that Jivatma is in Maya's
Antakarana. Okay, Mataji, your voice is not clear, so it is.
And
okay.
This thing, Brahma.
Mataji, you keep silent because it's not audible. So Mohan, you got?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Tell me.
Yes, Prabhuji. And the opposite side, the Puru Pakshis are saying they are accepting that Krishna is the seed of all things. We are saying he is the cause of all causes, but they are thinking that he is Ishwar, and above him, higher him, there is something, and they are quoting Shvetashwar Upanishad 3.10 that there is something above, that is Brahman. Yeah. But to counteract that, Sri Baldev Vidyabhushan is saying that he's saying that is foolish idea, and he's quoting Shvetashwar 3.18 that that there is something, there is a Purush having a shining complexion, which is superior to darkness, and by knowing him, all these Maya will dissipate, and this is the means to attain the liberation. So this shining complexion is the Brahman, and the Lord Krishna Ishwar is the main cause of all.
Very good.
All Brahman.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So if you go in detail, so when you become elder, big, so then you'll understand even more details. But at least you got this. Okay, I'm going to the next sloka. This is the understanding of this total purport. So we explained the same thing. Prabhupada is writing that. So the see here in this so first paragraph at the ending. But beyond Brahma, so but beyond Brahma, there is a transcendence. So who has no material form and is free from all material contaminants. Anyone who can know him also becomes transcendental. But those who don't know him suffer. Yeah. So this first paragraph. So tataha means here, tataha means the creation. Beyond the creation, beyond Brahma means you should take here, beyond the creation, there is a transcendence. So which is having the no form and also no defects. This sloka, Purvapakshi is taking this sloka, this mantra, and Svetashopanishad mantra, and based upon this, next paragraph Prabhupada is writing. Impersonalist puts more stress on the word arupam. So the word arupam is stressed in that sloka. And impersonalist puts more stress on the word arupam. This line, if you want to understand, then how they accommodate the remaining slokas. That means now you should know how they are understanding Krishna and how they are understanding the Maya, that is the 23 elements, and how they are understanding the Jivatma. This, if you don't know clearly, then how can you say here impersonalist puts more stress on the word arupam? So that's why I explained the mechanism accepted by the phenomena accepted by the Advaitins, Mayavadis, impersonalist. That means they are accepting the Brahman as the superior, and that Brahman is reflecting. That Brahman is reflecting on Maya, that is known as Ishvara, that is Krishna, and that Brahman is reflecting on Antakarana, and that is known as Jiva. That is known as Jiva. So this is the mechanism they explain for the previous slokas. It's not that they are such a blind, foolish people. They also, if you hear that philosophy from the beginning, it looks very logical, but there is a defect is there still. So they will not be saying very blindly, but they also have the answers for the previous slokas. Now the point is, and then finally they establish Brahman as the highest. And now here Krishna is defeating that. We can defeat their philosophy by using this sloka, Matta Parataram. Baldev Vidyabhushan is showing how to defeat. So that is the understanding that is said in the Vedaham Etam Purusham Mahantam. This is a sloka. This sloka, what it is saying, there is a person, that is Narayana, and from his effulgence is coming, and that is dispelling all the darkness. That means that Jyoti is having some cause, that is. So that's why proof is Matta Parataram. Here, that's Advaitins, they say Matta means Brahman, but here no, Matta means that's Krishna. Matta means me. That's beyond me. So nothing is superior. Okay. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sashishuryayoho pranavah sarva vedeshu shabdah ke paurusham nrushushu. So, O Kunti, O son of Kunti, I will ask all these mechanisms today I explained about the three Vishnus. That means Karnanama, Garbhodaka, and also how the universe is coming, and the Shirodaka Sai Vishnu, and how they are controlling. That means the Maya and Jiva Shakti, and how these slokas are connected to that. And also the Mayavadi philosophy, Matta Parataram, how it is defeating the Mayavadi philosophy. These two things I will ask anyone, and if you don't say, so it will not be good. So, because you have to hear the lecture once again. This is very important. Don't take it light, actually. Without understanding this, you cannot understand the Prabhupada purpose. Prabhupada is explaining everything very clearly. Okay. So please take it seriously and put the complete effort in this. I'm a little bit pushing and possessing on you, but that is only for your benefit. And otherwise, a lot of, that means improper concepts are keep on coming into the society. We are feeling this so much disturbance. When they come to the Bhakti Vaibhava level, they don't know basics. And they didn't study the Bhagavad Gita properly. And simply lazy to understand the sentences. And this is happening actually. We should take the now call and we should put really effort. Prabhupada said, you read my every sentence scrutinizingly and understand it. If you don't understand those words very scrutinizingly, every sentence is very powerful here. Prabhupada is saying that Paramatma is a big Paramatma. What is big Paramatma? You should know that. And Paramatma is controlling the Jiva Shakti and Maya Shakti in this body. How he is controlling? You should know. Otherwise, if you don't know Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti, you cannot. So you should get all these details in your mind. You should take into inside. And oh, Bhagavad Gita Prabhuji, why he is saying all? Why Prabhupada write then? Why he wrote then here? So something is going in your mind, in everyone's mind. Why he is teaching like this? Why he is teaching this much depth? So it is purpose is there. It is needed actually. Otherwise, you will be teaching this Bhagavad Gita, this purport in a very, very confused way, and you will confuse everyone actually. You are confused and you will confuse. This will happen, please. So that's why I try to hear back, and if you get any question, and ask me, and take it seriously and try to understand.
We highly appreciate your approach, Prabhuji, and we will seriously follow each and everything we are saying, because that is the right thing to do.
So, okay, next, thank you, Mate. So here in this 8th sloka, what we are saying, rasoham apsu kaunteya. That means we know that rasa is there in the water. So like the 5 gross elements are having the 5 subtle elements into that. Like earth is having, what is the quality of the earth? Smell. What is the quality of the water? Rasa. What is the quality of the fire? So that is a form. What is the quality of the air? So touch. And what is the quality of the sky? That is, what is that? Sound. So these are the qualities. So now Krishna, what he is saying, I am the taste in the water. That means that what is a lakshana? What is a characteristic? How can you define the water? The one which is having the rasa, that means the one which is having the taste, that is known as water actually. In any, now you drink, the different juices, this, that, all this taste is coming. The taste in any, that means you may eat the rice, you may eat the chapati, because water content is there in that, rasa is there, and that you are tasting. That's why that taste is experienced by you. Why you are getting the taste by the eating the objects? Because all those objects are having the water content, and that content is having the taste. That is grasped by whom? That is grasped by the tongue. Like you see, and just within 10 minutes I will leave the class by the 9:30. These are the 5 gross elements. That means earth, so it is sky, air, fire,
We
water.
can't,
Acha,
can't
acha.
see.
One second, bro. Sorry. All the time I forget. This is sky, air, fire, water, and earth. They are having the qualities like this. What are those? Earth is having the smell, water is having the taste, fire is having the form, and air is having the touch, sky is having the sound. And these are all grasped by the 5 knowledge senses. So this smell is grasped by whom? By the nose. And the taste is by tongue. Form by the eyes. And by the touch, skin. And sound, ears. That means each gross, these are the gross elements, these are the subtle elements, and these are the senses. There is a connection, these 3. So earth's smell is grasped by nose. Okay, now Krishna, what he is saying, so, my dear Arjuna, if you, in the water, you are feeling you are seeing the, in the 8 and 9 slokas, he is saying the many things. In the water, you are feeling the taste by your tongue. So that, and also the effulgence of the sun and the moon, the effulgence, whatever is coming out. So that effulgence is nothing but the fire, actually. So that is also, that effulgence is also my, what he's saying. So he's saying these are all asmi vibhasau. I am only that. That means the smell in the taste in the water, and also in the sun and moon, the effulgence of the sun and moon. And next, what it is said, you see in the sloka, the light or the effulgence. Next, the pranava mantra. So all the sound, in the sound, so the various sounds we are hearing now, those are all sounds all the sounds are coming from the mula, that's omkara. And that omkara, that means you might be using the musics. I mean, when you speak, so you will be uttering the various sounds, A, B, C, D, E, F, like that, different sounds you are producing. All, and you are making by those sounds various sentences, words and sentences. All the sounds are coming from the Om, from the Mooladhara chakra. So Om is there in the Mooladhara chakra. So that Om sound is traveling into the different Shat chakras, and that is finally coming in the form of, so the audible sound. So that's why all audible sounds are generated, are coming from the Omkara. And that Omkara, and taste in the water, also the light of the sun and moon, and also the smell of the earth. This is earth, and the smell of the earth, and the next word, punyo gandha prithvyam tejascha asmi vibhaso. So, and also the heat in the fire, everything. So everything is I only. That is, these are all my. He's saying that means he is only there in those form, means that means in the earth there is a smell is there. So that smell, he is saying I am only there, and that's why that smell is there. He is saying that means that smell is nothing but the Lord's vibhuti. You are understanding? That's the Lord's vibhuti, and the Lord's vibhuti and Lord's Shakti only, and Shakti is not different from the Shaktiman. That's why Lord is saying that I only is existing in that padartha, and that's why that padartha is having that quality. It means what? Now you see, this is a water. Water is having what quality? Taste. And this is the earth. So this is earth. It is having the smell. So if you remove the smell from the earth, it is not, then you cannot call it as earth. If you remove the taste from the water, then it is this substance is not called as water. So that means all these things are due to these qualities are known. These things are called as those because of those qualities, and those qualities are maintained in these objects by the Lord only. So that means Lord is maintaining this universe means what? Lord is maintaining this universe means he is always taking care that water should not lose the property of taste. If water is not if water loses the quality of taste, even if you drink the water, then your thirst cannot be quenched. Actually, your thirst cannot be quenched. And the properties of the water is going to the petrol, and petrol properties are coming to the water, then what will happen? That means in the only very rarely water is available and very bulk petrol is available. If that is happening, maybe if the qualities are exchanged in this nature by those elements, so then what will happen? Everything will be collapsed. That means Stitir Vaikunta Vijayaha, Krishna, Vishnu is maintaining every atom is, every particle he is entering, and he is maintaining quality of that atom. He is maintaining that. That is the role of, that's why he's saying, I only exist there, and that is my power, and that is having, that's why that substance is having that quality. If I am not there, nothing will happen. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, bro, if anyone wants to leave, they can leave. Yeah. Punya Shlok, bro.
We just wanted to check, how does we talked about the 24 elements and the Jiva and the Ishvara. Where does the time fits into all this?
Time is also a form of the Lord. It is also another form of the Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
So time is not Bahiranga Shakti. Time is not the Chit Shakti, Jiva Shakti. It is the another form of the Lord. That's Guna Vetikaraha. It is known as Guna Vetikaraha. That means that means initially Prakriti is there, and this is in the balanced state. That's Sattva, Rajas, Tamas are in the balanced state. When Lord glances, that means a time element is entering into that, and it is bringing the disbalance into that. That means that is another. That's why Baladev Vidyabhushan is taking into the count 5 elements, not the 3. He didn't say Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatsa Shakti. He counted into 5. That is Ishvara, the Prakriti, next Jiva, Kala, and Karma. So where Kala is different from the Prakriti. It is not Bahiranga Shakti, Kala. Kala is not Bahiranga Shakti, Kala is not the Antaranga Shakti. It is different actually. Okay, that classification is different. Antaranga, Bahiranga, and so Tatastha Shakti. That is not going to cover this Kala and Karma.
Yeah. So there are five topics which are covered in Bhagavad Gita. So
yes.
Kala is them.
Yes.
So other topics we can see elaborately how there are different chapters to it and all that. But Kala, where is that covered? Like, how do we understand that?
That you'll understand in 3rd canto, 11th chapter.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Krishna Srepo.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. In the 7th shloka, we have discussed how this, Purva Paksha section, they quote Shvetashvatara Upanishad, 10th shloka of 3rd chapter. And for that, devotees quote Shvetashvatara Upanishad, 8th shloka.
Yes.
That we have discussed. And they say that, Aditya Varnam, because the absolute truth has Aditya Varnam. That's why, it is personal form, not that impersonal thing. Yes. So, but they should have some explanation for this shloka also.
Yes.
What is that
They-
explanation?
So they say that the secondary understanding they will take. That means the secondary gaunartha. So wherever if they want, they will be, that means jahadajal lakshana also is say. So wherever they don't want person, so then they say that you should a Brahman only is called as here as the Aditya Varnam Tamasah Parastha. That means someone is there, and they will be giving the definitely Gaunartha. That means secondary meanings they will take. So then here you should understand this meaning only, like it's like a one way forcing actually. Secondary taking secondary meaning should be having the reason actually, but they will be saying that so you should take this. So that is that. Definitely there is some pitfall will be there. So because Achintya Beda will be accommodating the all the Upanishad statements. That means Mukhya, the main meaning only you can take and you can easily explain the whole philosophy. So because Achintya Beda will directly help you to take the direct meanings. Mukhya Artha. Every word is having the two meanings. Mukhya Artha and Gauna Artha. Okay. But the Advaitins, they will be taking the Gauna Artha. Wherever they have difficulty, they will be taking the Gauna Artha. And if you want exact explanation, then you have to go to the Sankaracharya's explanation on this.
Okay.
That is the principle, but.
Okay. But okay, we have not studied what exact explanation they give for the shloka. But actually, according to what, according to the principle, wherever there is personal features of the absolute truth is explained, then they take Gaunartha for the words, then they try to escape. Means
yes. That is the escaping procedure.
Okay, thank you.
So, Shamapriya Mataji.
Prabhu, I have some doubts per line regarding like in the translation it's written altogether these 8 constitute my separated material energies. So
which chapter, Mataji?
6:4, Prabhu.
Okay.
It's written my all together these 8 constitute my separated material energies. In the translation.
Acha, in translation, okay. Binna.
Translation.
Mataji, your mic, you should be a little far actually. You should clearly, some problem is coming actually.
Hare Krishna, can you hear now? Okay. So it's written all for these. It's written these are my separated material energies. So what is the significance from separated here? It can be said that these are my material energies. Separated word. Why this is separated? What is the significance of this separated material energies?
That is the meaning of Bahiranga Shakti. Bahiranga Shakti we say. Why we are saying Bahiranga Shakti? So good point actually, you ask good question. So it is opening the discussion of Bahiranga Shakti. This is Krishna, and in the Krishna's Swarupa, so in Krishna's Swarupa, these 8 elements, that means Bahiranga Shakti is not there. Binna means it is out from the my Swarupa. Binna means it is out from my Swarupa. That means in the Swarupa of the Krishna, these 8 elements are not there. Like sun is there. And I explained in the example, sun rays. And this is shadow. Here shadow happened, some shadow. If you keep some object, then there will be shadow here. So this is shadow. The shadow is not there in the Swarupa of the sun. This is the Swarupa of the sun. Sun globe. The shadow is not there. It is outside. But still it is, if there is no sun, there is no shadow. It is different. It is definitely different from the sun, but it is also non-different from the sun. Because if there is no sun, you cannot show the shadow. Similarly, these elements are like shadow, 8 elements. They are not there in the Swarupa of the Lord. Binna. Okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, understood.
Yeah.
In the same text, in the purport, Prabhupada is telling that the second paragraph, what you read, but one line I missed, that the Paramatma manifestation is not eternal in the spiritual world.
Yeah. Why? So in the explanation itself, we can see. So Karananusai Vishnu is entering into the each and every Brahmanda, and he is, so that means appearing as Garbhodakasai Vishnu. So when the dissolution happens, so Brahmanda will be finished, dissolved. That means all the elements are going back into 23. Brahmanda is turned into the 23 elements, and that will be once again come into the Prakriti. So then Garbhodakasai Vishnu also is just unmanifesting. He is not destroyed, but he is unmanifesting, disappearing. In that way, appearing and disappearing. And also Kshirodakasai Vishnu.
That means all the three Purusha incarnations are not eternal?
No, eternal only, but appearing and disappearing. They are all the Lord's forms are eternal. So these are Swamshas. All the Swamshas are eternal only. They are appearing and disappearing. Appearing and disappearing means now pen is appearing, so pen is disappearing. It doesn't mean that the pen is destroyed, disappearing from us, like that.
Like manifested and unmanifested.
Yes.
Last point, Prabhu, what you explained, the Advaitvadis, and I'm definitely going to, I learned some of the points, but I'm definitely going to hear your recordings for understanding more. Just I want to understand this line, that what again and again he was saying that when Brahman is reflecting on the Antakaran, it's called Jiva, and when Brahman is reflecting on the total, it's called Ishwara. What is the meaning of this line of reflecting on the Antakaran? What is the meaning of this?
Reflecting on Antakarana means they don't accept the particle Jivatma. In this body now, this body is moving, is having actions, because so this is Antakarana is there in this body. Brahman is reflecting on this. On that, everyone Antakarana is there or not?
What is the meaning of Antakaran, Prabhu?
Antakarana. Antakarana means heart.
Okay. Heart. Okay.
So Antakarana means internal senses, that means mind, intelligence, and ego, total subtle body is known as Antakarana.
So then when Brahman is reflecting on the Antakaran, it is called Jiva.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
Thank you.
Yeah. Punishla Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. So just on the point which you were just making, first of all, this one, I've got a couple other questions. But in this one, what I've understood and what I've learned in the past as well, that the Mayavadis, they don't even talk about soul. For them, there is no soul or super soul. For them, everything is Brahman. For them, there is no soul or super soul. So that's why they don't say as Jiva. Even Jiva, they don't say, right? Because for them, there is no concept of Jiva. They consider themselves as Brahman.
No.
And it's like different modes. Once that they go into the mode of goodness, that's when they say, okay, now we are eligible to.
It's not, that is not the right philosophy. So Advaitins, they accept the Jiva, Ishvara, and also everything, all the concepts. But how they accept? They don't accept the Jiva as a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and it is also Shakti. It is also having the existence. But they accept Jiva in this way. That means Brahman is reflecting on the Antakarana, or otherwise Brahman is covered by the Antakarana.
This
Like
is Brahmavad.
that. That, like example, I will show you. Covered by the means like this. Like you see, there is a river, water is flowing, current is there, and if you put a pot in this, and that means some water is covered here by this pot. This is known as Jiva. Ghatavachinna Chaitanyam. Ghata means pot. Example they give like this. When this pot is finished, there is no Jiva. Only then Chaitanyam, that is Brahman. That philosophy also they accept, or otherwise reflection. Pratibhimbavada, Parichedavada. These are the two concepts. By using that, they explain Ishvara and also Jiva.
Pratibhimbavada is like the example I heard in the past is how there are pots with water in it, and the sun is there. The same sun is reflecting in all the pots.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. So like here, Antakaranas are there, and Brahman is reflecting. Those are all Jivas.
And Prabhu, you talked about the three Purusha avatars, and there are three Guna avatars. So the three Purusha avatars are there, but then in the Guna avatars also there is Vishnu, because there is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, who are three. So which Vishnu is there from the Guna avatar, from the Purusha, or is it a different, like?
Same Vishnu only we take, but the point is, just we see that here Vishnu in the Guna avatars, Vishnu as the controller of the Sattva. There we see Vishnu as in the Purusha avatars as the controller of the Jiva and Maya.
So which Vishnu are we taking here now in the Guna avatar?
Kshirodakshina.
Okay, bro. And Prabhu, just with the Lord being the taste of the water, so you said that how, everything eatable, we also eat.
Yeah.
It's got water in it.
Yes.
So that rasa
yes.
from the water is going in different things and bringing taste into everything.
Yes,
and
Prabhu,
that
that's right.
taste, Lord is saying that he is the quality in the water, that taste is him. And also, I've also heard explanation that, at the end of chapter 6, the last verse, Lord says there's the highest yogi is the one who always thinks of me.
Yes.
Who's always in devotion, and so that thinking, how one can do all the time while living in the material world, is by seeing everything as the energy of the Lord. And by seeing that energy by having that jnana, one can also remember the Lord all the time. By drinking water, the energy of the Lord, I can think of Lord all the time. It's like a beloved, looking at the comb of the beloved. By just looking at the comb, you can remember, you can think of the beloved. So similarly, by seeing everything around us, the energy of the Lord, we can think of the Lord all the time. So good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So next, Vanshi Priya Mother.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, धन्यवाद प्रणाम. आवाज आई है? ठीक है. प्रभु जी, I just wanted to ask one thing, that is the Virat Purush also connected to Garbhodakshayi Vishnu with the help of this Nad?
Yeah, he connected with that stem. Yeah. He connected. He connected with that stem.
Okay, Virat Purush is connected with Garbhodakshayi Vishnu with the help of his stem, and from and Brahmaji is above the lotus.
Is above.
And that means a stem is somewhat the part of Virat Purush?
Yeah, some is a part of the, that means it's exactly, if you want to say, that stem is extending, is part of the, anyway, is connected, Garbhodakshayi Vishnu connected, and is extending, and at the on the head of that, at the head part, actually, that is becoming as a flower. The flower is coming.
Okay, the stem is the body of the Virat Purush, in which all the 14
stem means actually is lying there only. Exactly, you cannot say stem, because that whatever that total material that connected, that is becoming the Virat Purusha.
Okay, right. And second thing, which this clarification I got, Prabhuji, that how we can get the taste. And earlier I was thinking that taste is only deduced from the water. So I thought that whenever I drink water, Prabhupada most of the time he used to quote that why is it so difficult whenever you drink water? So think of Krishna, that is so easy. What's the difficulty? So now I got the one more clarity that whatever food we are having, if it is having taste, then it is because of the presence. It is because of the Lord, because the quality is there and water element is there. That's any kind of taste we could experience. It is not limited only to drinking water.
Whatever is grasped by the tongue, that is coming, that is the quality of water. Since water is pervading in every eatable, so that's why they are having the taste. Okay.
Probably it was struck. I think the video is struck somewhere.
Oh, from my side, signal is not proper. I don't. Yes, Mother, your understanding is clear. So whatever you said, that's, yeah, Prabhuji also said the same thing. We explained that is the same understanding, correct understanding. Okay. Next, Tulsi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, the Jnana Shakti power to cognize the wrong aspect also comes from the Paramatma. Like if there is a robber, he is robbing the ATM or something like that. He has Jnana Shakti. That's why he is doing it. So
Your voice is very low, Mataji. Can you increase your?
Okay, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, the power to cognize the wrongful activity or
Can you off the video and try? So that maybe. Video off it and try.
Yeah, I joined from the mobile. Prabhuji, I wanted to ask the question that the Gyan Shakti power to cognize the wrongful activity also comes from Paramatma. Like if there is a robber, he is robbing the ATM. So he has Gyan Shakti, that's why he's doing it. So is it that the power comes from Paramatma?
Yeah, yes. If some thief is identifying this object and he is stealing, so whatever the cognitive power in that thief also, that Jivatma is getting from the Supreme Lord only, and it is given to him, but he is utilizing in a wrong way.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Then he will get the result of that.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Mohan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I was having a kind of a question that you told about the Karnodak three Purushas and how the Virat Purusha and how Garbhodak Vishnu, how all these universes created. So Prabhuji, can you tell a scripture or something chapter type which we can read about Virat Purusha and all these specific creation?
Second canto.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Second canto, second chapter.
Okay.
You can read, and second chapter you can read about the Virat Purusha, and also second canto 10th chapter you can read. Second canto 10th chapter, and also you can read third canto 26th chapter.
Okay, Prabhuji.
26 third canto 26th chapter is very important. You read that, everything you'll get.
Okay, Prabhuji. Actually, because of short of time, I was having quite doubt in the whole process. That is why I was asking about the clarification. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Please. Yes, Punishla Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, just in the diagram you drew for us, the first Vishnu who glances, is that the Mahavishnu glances?
Yeah, Mahavishnu.
So Mahavishnu glances at the Prakriti, and then the 23 elements come.
Yes.
the pores, the different universe in the seed form, which have the potential for they come from the body of Mahavishnu. The Brahmandas, the different universes, they come from the pores of Mahavishnu.
Yeah.
And then they expand into universes, and then
those Brahmandas are coming from the Prakriti. That 23 elements are there, na? So when Bibru Shakti entered into that, then those only becoming. But Prabhu, in the picture I am showing that something is outside, this, that, but this space is created later actually. That means space is also one of the elements. That is a sky. That is, but here Garbhodak Sai Vishnu and Prakriti, whatever we discuss, that is not the physical space.
Okay.
The way we see now the space, that is not that space.
Okay, that comes later. That comes at a later stage.
Yeah, that comes later.
So from the navel of the Garbhodakshai Vishnu, the stem comes, Lord Brahma comes. So from the navel up to the lotus flower, in between that, all the 14 planetary systems are there.
Yes.
And at the same time,
is lying.
Sorry, Prabhu?
Garbhodakshai Vishnu also is lying on that.
Is lying, yeah, is lying, and then the navel comes out up to Lord Brahma. Those 14 systems are there.
Yes.
That, because universal form is what? Because at the end of chapter 9, Arjuna asks, can you show me how it's all working? Oh, sorry, chapter 10. Then chapter 11, Lord Krishna shows his universal form. So he is showing the operation of the his material energies, his Tatastha and material energy, how it's all working together within the creation, how it's operating along with its different demigods and all that. So is that what he's showing him in one place? And what he is saying, that the Virat Rupa is actually, it is that functioning in a way, in a subtle way, isn't it? It's not like a physical form, because it's actually the function of the whole cosmic manifestation. That is
a physical form. It is not a symbolic form, or it's not a imagination.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Because many devotees have the conception that Virat Purusha is just a imagination. It's not imagination. It is real actually. Like the child's baby's body is real. That is also real, means what in my sense, like how we have our body, same way there is a body is there.
And that body which was shown, that different mouths are there, that how there are dead people coming out, coming in. So that's all there. So that the size of the form, or whatever you can say, is equal to the size of the 14 planetary systems up to Lord Brahma.
Yes.
From
they are lying in that actually. Yes.
Lying in that. Okay. So, okay. And then you said that, how in the mother, from the mother's womb to the child, the food goes through the umbilical cord.
Yes.
So in this case, what did you say? What is going through the umbilical cord in this case?
So here actually the different Shaktis, Jiva Shakti, and this is explained in the second canto. This is the 10th chapter only. So different Shaktis are going, and they are actually activating this whole body. So
second to 10th chapter, is it?
10th chapter.
So you know how Lord Krishna says that I impregnate the jivas into the material nature.
Yes.
So impregnate means that through that umbilical cord are the jivas going.
That is
going to the glance. Because usually just goes through the
glance. When he glances, then only all the jivas are entering into the Prakriti.
Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't sure what's going through so the elements are already there then. He's not creating them or something. They're already there.
Yes. No. They are in the 3 modes are in the balance.
Yes.
So when Kala Shakti entered, and also the jivas are also entering when he glances.
Yes.
That is the impregnating actually. So then she started. That means
The agitation.
Agitation, and she is producing Mahat, and Mahat is producing the Ahankar. Ahankar is producing all these. All 23 manufactured finally, but they are not active. So once again, he sends his energy, Vibhur Shakti, to make it as into. That means, like if you flour, the wheat flour is there, you need water to make a ball.
Go out of it, yeah.
Like that, he'll be giving his Shakti into that.
And then, as by expanding himself as the Paramatma, he maintains everything.
Yes, yes.
He maintains the whole thing, like here.
Ramchandra Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. So I'm coming back to that explanation that we were discussing about 7.7, where you're like we are defeating the Mayavadi philosophy.
Yeah.
So in that, like when we say like Pratimbimbad and Prachedvad, so like here we like Mayavadis, they for them like the Brahman is the ultimate reality. That's a Brahman is Satyam Jagat, like this Maya is Mithya.
Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya.
Yeah. So then when we say like then Brahman is reflected in Maya, then it's Ishvara, and then Brahman is reflected in Antakarana, that's Jiva. So means like what is the authority of Maya there? Why the Maya exist? Like from their perspective, Maya is like illusion. So when we say reflected on Maya, what is Maya there from their perspective?
Their perspective, Maya, what is the origin of the Maya? If you see, they say that Jivatma is having the ignorance, avidya, and Jiva avidya kalpitam Maya. Jiva is having the ignorance. That is the drawback in their philosophy. What they are saying, Jiva is having the agnana, avidya. Because of that avidya, so this Maya is coming, and that Maya, so Brahman is reflecting. That is nothing but Ishvara. So and once again saying that Maya's karyam is the antakarana. In that antakarana, so Brahman is reflecting, that is Jiva. Then it is a closed loop actually.
Yes, Prabhu. Like so, like if the ignorance is Maya, then initially you were Brahman, then how can Maya capture you?
Yeah, that is the way Vaishnavas catches their philosophy.
Okay. So until unless they will not really say like this Jiva is separate from.
Yeah, this is cheating actually. It happened by the Shankaracharya cheated like this here. So then to adjust this, they went into the many other explanations. Oh, here this, here that, like that. 100 philosophies are there in Advaitavada. 100 different philosophies are there on this.
So they get confused like in explaining, and then that's why like
of course, this logically they have the different explanations. Prabhu, 100 Siddhanta Lesha Sangraha. There is a book. If you want to see Siddhanta Lesha Sangraha, 100 philosophies of Mayavadis, 100 different philosophies of Mayavadis are explained there. They'll be using all the techniques to cover up their mistakes. So big philosophical debates actually in this.
That will confuse us, Prabhu, if you read.
That's why just I gave to understand the Baldev Vidyabhushan's point, because it is there in the purport. Otherwise, I couldn't have discussed that also. But it is there in the purport, and if you don't explain that to the audience, they will be getting doubt on our purports. And also our explain, oh, what is this? You are not able to explain. So that's why, so to make students aware of the purport. So this is said actually, this much.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So my one more question is as Punya Shloka Prabhu was like discussing, like the Virat Purusha, generally like if you see second canto, first chapter, where like dharana process mentioned, like when Krishna explaining. So at that time, like because a neophyte person really cannot perceive the Lord's form. So at that time, it's mentioned that you see the different planetary system and think about the different body parts of the Lord. So there it comes the concept like imaginary, like we are trying to imagine. But what I'm hearing like is not imaginary, it is there. Like where sometimes Srila Prabhupada say that Virat Purusha form is the material body of the Lord. Is that the correct understanding, Prabhu?
see, Virat Purusha is material body of the Lord. That is the act, like how we have material body, the same way that body is there. That is true. But yogis, these neophyte yogis, who are not able to meditate on the Paramatma to purify their consciousness to their material attachment. Why they are not able to concentrate on the Paramatma in the Lord, Paramatma in the Lord? The reason is because they are still having the attachment for this material world. So then to get out from that attachment, they started meditating on the Virat Purusha. So on the various limbs of the Virat Purusha. So they are understanding this earth is here and on his legs, and earth no, Patala, and like this different various planetary systems are there in that body. So they are imagining actually. So they are imagining the Virat Purusha because Parama, he is not there. They are directly, they cannot see the way they can see Paramatma like that. So Virat Purusha is not there in front of eyes. So now, so they are using that means this technique of imagination. That means, and then after that, slowly, so they will see the Virat Purusha. They will see the Virat Purusha, and yes, definitely. So when they get some siddhis, then they can see that form, that Virat Purusha form. But initially they will imagine actually. Initially they will be imagining actually on the Virat Purusha, the form of Virat Purusha.
So like when we try to understand, we make some axiom, like let's say like this or something like that, suppose, and then later we prove that it is like that. So is that the condition? That is why the x is okay.
Yeah, like you see, someone explains about this some forest. You didn't see forest, so you see the only few things like the few trees. Then you should understand from this. You imagine that some 10 trees are like this, then 100 trees together, then it will be like this, and this like that. So then, like that, he will become the expert yogi in that. When you become expert in that meditating on Virat Purusha, his antakarana will be purified. That means he'll be understanding that everything is part inside of this Virat Purusha only, and then he'll leave the attachment for this material world. Then he is able to, so since that purified heart, so then he is able to fix his attention on the Paramatma.
Paramatma is basically the really like the four-arm Vishnu form Janardana, right? Like where he's like all this.
Vishnu.
So is that Paramatma is, can we say like he's accepting Lord as a person?
That is also personal form only, but it is not having all the energies. That means all energies is not invested in that form. Krishna is having all the energies. So, and in the Paramatma only that much energy is invested. That is also personal form invested only, controlling power of the Jiva and Maya. That much energy is only invested in that.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
And Prabhu, the Paramatma expansion is only in the material world, not in the spiritual world as well, right, Prabhu? Because in the Paramatma is here to guide us back to him, to the
the role of the Paramatma. The Shastra is saying that Paramatma means the Chinmatra Shakti with the controlling power of Maya and the Jiva. So Maya is not there in the spiritual world. Then there is no need of the Paramatma.
And even with the Virat Rupa, Prabhu, like the Lord has unlimited forms, and there are unlimited planets in the spiritual world with each of those forms, Lord being that particular form. But there is no such thing for the Virat Rupa there, because Virat Rupa is only here in the material world. It's the material manifestation.
Yeah, Virat Rupa is material manifestation. It's a material body that's completely made up of with the material elements only. These 23 elements, sum total is turning into that.
So just like we say, there is Maya Devi, which we say Durga Devi is the personification of the three modes of material nature.
Yeah.
So similarly, we can say the Virat Rupa is the personification of the material energy of the Lord.
No, it's person. No, it's simply
not energy, I should say, but the whole. You know what I mean, like the whole.
The whole is having the shape actually. Is having the shape, and that is a fact. So whole is having the shape, and that is like the because Garbhodakasaya Vishnu is also having thousands of the heads and hands. That is proved in the Bhagavatam and Krishna Sandarbha also. So that's why the form which is coming, material form, so which is connected to his novel through that sum total, that is also turning into the same shape, the way Garbhodakasaya Vishnu is having. Generally, we see in the pictures, Garbhodakasaya Vishnu is having only one head, but actually Garbhodakasaya Vishnu is also having the millions of, hundreds of, thousands of the heads. And that's why the Virat Purusha is also having thousands of the heads.
When someone asks a question, Prabhu, why, I mean, I haven't been able to answer. Once someone asked me, why does Lord display his forearm form, or, you know, what do we say? I mean, what can we...
The forearm form is only Kshirodakasaya Vishnu, Vilasa Rupa. And but if you Karnanasaya Vishnu also is having the thousands of the heads.
How do we explain? Like, what do we say if someone wants to know why is Lord displaying in that? Yeah, four hands, or even when we hear four heads and, you know, all these things, if they ask, I'm just saying, what's the best way to answer it? Like,
four hands only. Example, in the case of Kshirodakasaya Vishnu, you are saying that why and Brahmaji only four faces, like that you are asking.
Yeah, we can, yeah, say Lord Vishnu, four hands, yeah.
Vishnu, four hands. Why we have only two hands then? Why only five fingers? You ask this first thing. Why water is only liquid form? Why not in the solid form? Why the water is having white taste, and why the earth is having the smell? Why not in the reverse? This is already given. I am not knowing exactly, but counter question also we can ask, and so that this is the existing, this is the world which is given.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, no, that's good, bro. Good enough.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, just wanted to know, Karana Dikshai Vishnu and Mahavishnu both are same or different?
Yes, same.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm trying actually. So Monday we'll meet and we'll try to cover at least. I will increase. So
how do we plan? Because I think there's only one day left.
Now one day is there for this chapter, and only 8 slokas. And I'm really puzzled actually. So Prabhupada wrote so many points from all the Acharya's commentaries. He brought out and he so expanded also so much.
Verses? Can we group some verses, Prabhu?
Yeah, I'm thinking that only. So 8 and 9, I just one way so after that purports are very less actually. Daivi Hesha Gunamai, this will take little time. Then after that, these 4 that means Dushkritinaha.
Yeah,
miscreants. That's 4 miscreants who will not worship. It will take much time, and I don't know if one, even I'll get only one day now actually. So it's impossible. And at least even if I cover 15 slokas by the rapid speed, so still
you'll get a lot of questions on the demigod one, maybe, and all that, you know.
And also I cannot do injustice also, you know, Prabhu. So these purports Prabhupada wrote, and Bhakti Shastri, this is Shastri means what? We are giving the graduation certificate, and easily if we give without knowing and understanding, without hard work, and it's like unjustification actually. This should not be called as a Bhakti Shastri, then it's a diploma certificate something.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's gonna be tricky. When is in one day.
Yes, Prabhu, I will ask maybe our Jaidamar will give one more day, so it will saving me, or otherwise I will do.
You are only doing 1 chapter, Prabhu, or 3 chapters?
3 chapters, Prabhu.
So do you think we can pick one day from one of the other? Oh, actually, we did lose the first day because first day there was no class.
Yes.
We did lose the first day. Supposed to be a class on that day.
Yes,
On
on that
Tuesday.
day I was having the class for the Hindi batch actually, Bhakti Rasa. That's why I was not able. Overlapping is there. So that day I finished and I came to this batch now. Prabhu, I really
Small suggestion that you have got very, very deep knowledge, and we are very blessed to have
Mataji,
your
don't
classes.
appreciate Mataji. I am your just servant and just
No,
learning.
Prabhuji, let me complete that. What we can do is you have got the idea that what all philosophy is hidden in every shlok. So we can have a gist, or just like in an analogy format, in a very summary format, to in a short period span of time, those gem kind of philosophical part could be discussed in half an hour, and from all the verses, and then people can pose the question.
Yeah.
Instead of going through verse by verse, word by word, your point is
Something we need to skip
completely valid.
anyway.
I agree.
So now, yeah, I'm understanding. Something has to be skipped anyway. So even that is also not possible. Even Prabhupada discussed so much, and because he's writing the sentence, in that he is having a lot of idea and understanding, and he's writing that. So that is the point. If we miss, unclarity will be there. So that's why what we can do next tomorrow. So 10-15 slokas. So important points, whatever the root philosophies, that I will cover and explain the basic connections of each sloka, and somehow I will make up at least in the Monday class. Already you people sacrificed half an hour, so for me it's not really recommended. It's not good, but still,
We did class till 11:30 previously.
but that is not the thing actually. That should not be done.
It's almost 1 a.m. here, Prabhu.
No, Prabhu, no. I will not do that.
So, Prabhuji, are you going to have a class tomorrow?
Tomorrow, no. It's tomorrow. I have one more class on the same time.
but we need an extra. Actually, I had sent a message to Punushlok Prabhuji, because today's class was really very interesting. Along with that, we need an extra class, Prabhuji.
Yeah, bro. On Saturday, Sunday, I teach Madhuri Kadambani. I have same time 8 to 9:30. So I have one more batch actually. So yeah. So that's why I'm not having the time, Prabhu. Really, I am really interested in taking, but the time is not there with me.
Okay, let's see. Suggested by Punushlok Prabhu, we'll adjust one class from the
I will try
other.
to make up. I will try to make up, but it is really alarming like anything. So okay, Prabhu. Cyril, thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvescha pattanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda ki jai.
Jai.
Ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanand.
Hari Hari Bol.